find your lack of cannabis disturbing.
Hey everybody, it's 3 p.m. on the West Coast and here in Arizona. Welcome to the afternoon sesh. I'm Bugsy. I'll be your host. So let's get this party started, shall we? Okay, there we go. We got the camera on, got the microphone out of the way. Let's get this flying. Those back up there. There, I can see any comments that come in now. Yippee! Let's fire one up, shall we? The bird is being calm right now. I don't know how calm he'll stay since I'm talking to the camera, but he's calm right now. Cheers. I don't know about y'all, but I'm needing this. First one of the day. No messages coming through. So I was asking a friend for their YouTube channel. I didn't know if I was subscribed, but I guess I am already subscribed. I don't know why it ain't the first one that pops up at me when I look to pull it up. It should say be right at the top and say subscribe. I think. No. Yeah. Well, it's yeah. It should be, but it wasn't. I'm gonna go ahead and ring the bell. That way I know when the uploads happen. Okay, so stuff on the phone, yeah. So, hi, Cinnamon. You know what? I don't know who any douche. There's two main people that I know that there's a whole bunch of people not getting along with, and frankly, I'm not going to hang out with them anyway. So those two main people aren't going to be up here on my panel. Other than that, I don't know who you're referring to as douchebags. So I'm, you know, if I just try to be a peaceful person and have smoke sessions with people. That's all I want. It's all I ever wanted. I never wanted any YouTube drama. I mean, yeah, so I may have laughed a couple times at something someone said that was funny, but I don't know. I never tried to spit insults at anybody. I mean, some of that shit goes way overboard, and some of it would be left better unresponded to, but I ain't got no. That's not my business. I mean, but you know who the two main instigators I'm referring to are, I'm sure. But other than that, I just yeah, kind of perturbs me because those people were my early introduction to this community, and a lot of the people I really like I met through going to those jokers, hideouts. You know what I mean? Some of the people I actually consider friends on here I met through going to those places. That I don't go anymore because I don't like the drama. Yeah. Oh, call from my daughter. Gotta take that. Hello? He drinks natural light because he likes it. Okay, sounds good. All right, love you. Thank you. Love you. Bye. So that's my 22-year-old on the line there. She's pregnant and she's about to have me a grandbaby. She's not married to the father, but she's with the father, and he seems like a good kid, always going to work and stuff. So I'm happy at this point in time. They don't need to. Me and her mom was never officially married, and I don't feel like the government needs to have any fucking business up in that shit, you know? So that's government just. I mean, it's good to get married if you need the tax breaks. But if you're a one income household and you don't have kids, definitely don't get married. You know, I don't know. Once you start having kids and you're a multiple income household and things get weird. And as an old man, I'm like, fuck it. I don't even need to file taxes. I don't make enough each year to have to. And all they're going to do is take mine away at the end of the year anyway. Yeah, I get to spoil it and send it home. Yeah, I feel like that. I feel I have a YouTube family, and I think of them as friends. They may not be friends in the same way I think of as my friend that's up the street and around the corner, but they are definitely friends. And I don't know. I just I want to have the online smoke sesh with everybody. That's all I want. I like having sessions in people's backyards too. My friends here. I like to go in backyards and have sessions. Yeah. Exactly. We're married in the eyes of our God, and we can celebrate with our family and friends and screw the state. They don't need to be up our ass. No, my old lady don't need to change her name. She can go by my name if she legally change hers. I mean, she can do what she wants. Well, that was a half a doobie from left over from last night. So I gotta roll me a second one because it made me stoned, but it didn't take out the crinks in the neck and stuff like that. Hello, Garcia. Hell yeah, cinnamon. Let's burn one. I'm doing okay, Garcia. I haven't watered today yet. I'm dreading it. It's 113 degrees out there in the shade. Oh, that means I walk out and stand near my plants. Right now, I'm getting frizzle fried. You waiting on green, so you getting some delivered to you? Man, I do like these delivery services. I can order from the hot store and like have their delivery guy. Oh fuck yeah! You jump over the broomstick. We're together for this next year. Come next New Year, if you want to call it that. Next time the veil's thin, you jump. You choose to jump it again or not. Can't handle 1 year. How are you going to handle a lifetime? Wait on a buddy to bring somebody. Yeah, if it happens, great. If not, well, you live. Yeah. Well, like the delivery I was talking about here, it's uh, it's not buddy's system. It's like fucking ordering food to be delivered. It's like they take your credit card and then they bring you the shit. It's all on the up and up. Kind of. It's not federally, obviously. Hell yeah, cinnamon. That's what I'm all about. If the old ways were good enough to get us here with man and woman or couples, we got here by being that way. The state's just been involved for what, the last 200 years roughly, and only 100 years precisely, you know. So what the fuck do they need information about who's marrying who other than to keep track of who's being who, you know? I mean, it's not like they tracked last names back then anyway. If Arizona was my village, I would be Bugsy of Arizona, you know. So it's not like they were they. Oh, cheers, everybody! Happy 420 somewhere. Happy 420 somewhere.
I find your lack of cannabis disturbing.
Oh yeah, 420. Cheers. It's 420 in Colorado right now. I know that because I'm in sync with California right now, and when there is no daylight savings time, I'm in sync with Colorado. So it's 420 in Colorado. Have to answer messages. I like my messages. So, yeah, where'd I put that? It's right there. Let's have a little 420 time. It's always 420 here. And I love the 420 community. They are my family in a lot of ways. Since the lockdown, I have felt rather isolated. I do live in a small town, so the isolation feels more extreme. But not that I'm isolated to my house, just that I'm isolated from people. Because I can drive all over the desert all day long out here and never see another person. So it's not like I'm being trapped at home. I just feel isolated from the community, the rest of the world. So the 420 community online has been that for me. Excuse me. Yippee! I understood what you said, Cinnamon. You didn't have to correct yourself. We're not big on pointing out grammar mistakes here or spelling. If it's any obvious at all, you don't have to correct yourself. Only if it's confusing. You know, it's all this and that. I personally don't like any of the politicians we have. Not even Trump. I don't think they're all self-interested and looking to make a buck. That's how I feel about it. And I don't know. It just hello, Josette Ali. How is it in Egypt? Josette Ali, Brasilia. Yeah, I think our system of politics is corrupt to its core. I'm one of those. I don't know, I'm on the verge of a. I wish we could have fucking communities that were whole and self-supporting. And I remember you told me before, Josette. I asked how is it going in Egypt? Josette from Brazil. That's what I was trying to say. My tongue may have been twisting around. I wish we could have, so many people scream for smaller government, but when it's their side in charge, all they want to do is pump it up. That's both sides. And I can't, I can't jive with that. If city and state governments supported their people the way they're supposed to be, that means by support their people, I mean run infrastructure projects and do the jobs that need to be done to infrastructure and maintenance of things like that. Yes, Josette, I don't envy you living in Egypt. As an American, blonde-haired, blue-eyed American who speaks English and a tiny bit of Spanish, I don't think I'd survive very long in Egypt. Yeah, yeah, that's right, Cinnamon. That's right. I'd like to see some. See, when I was a kid, our small town here out in the boonies, we had a volunteer fire department, and every year they had a fundraiser, fireman's barbecue, and the whole town would get together for this great big barbecue over at the community center, and we'd all eat pig that'd been roasted in a pit, and have a what was it, a potato salad that they bought en masse that tasted funky, But it was the fireman's barbecue, and everybody pitched in to help maintain the volunteer fire department and shit like that. That's the kind of community I miss and I want. Have a good night, Josette. Sleep tight. There there is cinnamon, but it's a weird. It looks almost cheap, but it's got like an old liquid crystal background, like where the old calculators, and that it looks like the colors are inverted almost, and it stands out. The text stands out a whole bunch. But they're expensive, but they look like a cheap piece of junk. Thank you, Josette. Good night, my friend. It is 3:30 in the afternoon here. Big hug. Cinnamon. If I could have it my way, I I'd be sitting out in my garden, have like the cam on my plants or something, and there'd be a speaker like to read the chat to me next to my ear, off beside me over here, and I could just talk to him, have like a lapel mic or something, and just talk away. But he talking about getting into some money for that kind of technology. I mean, it exists, of course, but I'm not going to wire my computer up out there or run wires long enough to wire my cam and microphone and all that shit up out there. There's all over the world. There's some strife happening right now. Cinnamon, yes, indeed. There's some weird things happening over in Russia right now that doesn't get out much. It's in the eastern side of Russia, not near Moscow, but over on the eastern end of Russia. It's like getting near to violent violent descent over on that end. And those people are all farmers and live in the woods and shit, and they all pack heat. It's not, I mean, that's like coming to Arizona here. Everybody's packing. But they live out in the woods and have to shoot bears and shit like that. So that's why they're packing. They're packing the long rifle and the shit like that. But hello, Vovo sabe tudo. Vovo sabe tudo. Como está? Yo soy muy bien. You know that? Yeah, yeah. The fireman fundraisers, the big barbecues. I miss it so much. Not to mention, I think as a high schooler, I may have met my wife at one of those functions. My ex-wife, the mother of my oldest daughter, the one that I actually did marry. The one that cost me 20 years of my life of everything I could fucking earn. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, that's great. Hell yeah. I mean, you've already got it on the phones, the voice recognition. You can buy the Dragon software to write novels on your computer. The Dragon recognition software, voice recognition. It's just a type, it's a word processor that you just speak at. But I wish they'd make it like fuck, I don't think so. I don't think that where me at? There it is, and let me shut myself up there. No, there's nothing that lets you. There's nothing that lets you speak into the chat line here. It's I can chat as Bugsy's Evil Deeds or Bugsy Malone, but it won't let me speak the chat words I want to chat. That would be cool because you can do it in your text messages on the phone. You can do that. I want to do a little switcheroo here and come down again. And I would like to there's a couple of you. Here, let's see. Okay, I did everything I wanted there. That's better. Woo! That's some choppy signal I'm sending out. The 420 looks all blocky on YouTube to me. Maybe it's because I'm receiving. Well, it says I'm in 720p. If that's receiving in 720p and it's that chopped up, that's pretty horrible. Hey, I sound like a retard. I know Sir Jacob came in, but I didn't see if you typed anything, Jacob. Hell yeah. Yeah, I started in 1986 in high school on computers. So you had to literally the big floppy disks that were actually floppy. You had, but before you started the computer, you had to insert a disk, lock it down, and then turn the computer on, and it would start from that disk to load the disk operating system, which is the very basic system. And then after that was loaded, you could take that disk out and you could put in a disk with your programs on it. There was no hard drives or anything like that. There was the RAM, which had to stay, which would hold memory while it was powered on, but it was gone when you turned the computer off. You had to load it from a floppy disk every time you turned the computer on. Oh, 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 woo, 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 woo. What are you doing, Sapphire? He's my little one. Sapphire's my little one. He's up there right now. There he is. There him is. There's my Sapphire. His full name is Sapphirilius Maximus. Yeah, Motor. I, the Commodore was actually a step up from the original computers, like those Apples at the school that you had to load the DOS on. Those Commodores actually, their operating system was permanently embedded in them, just like the modern computer is. The game, though, was on cassette. That's what made it so slow. It was a step forward in processing speed, but it was a step backwards in loading because it had to go. back and forth on that goddamn cassette player. And you know, well, the whole time it's just stretching the shit out of that motherfucking tape. It's like, good God, man. I had Zaxxon, the video game Zaxxon, on the Commodore, and it was pretty fun to play. I got big O high score on that game. My buddies were all jealous. They all thought I cheated or something. But it's just a weird. It was hard because it had the weird control for the 3D. You know, you were using a 2D control joystick, flying in a 3D space kind of thing. You're flying up and down, left and right, while the space moved past you. But looking at it from an oblique, like 45-degree angle. I love that game. It was a weird three. It was a step towards 3 dimensions. The game was effectively a 3-dimensional 2D game. Because of the way the the space moved instead of your ship. I mean, your ship moved while you were flying up and down, left and right, but the forward momentum was carried by the space. It's a weird metal kind of tape. It wasn't a normal tape. It had special metals embedded in it and shit, I think. I remember Test Drive, yeah. But I had all the old 2D arcade games. Like I had a Joust, I had Defender, I had Excite Bike. Those are the games I had on the Commodore. I ended up getting those. I don't remember how I got them, but it was all the arcade games. Several. I mean, I had like, and they played and looked just like they were the original programs almost. You know, they weren't, but the original programs on some of them was pretty goddamn simplistic anyway. I mean, did you ever play Joust? It's where you're a knight and you have your jousting lance, but instead of riding on a horse, you're riding on an ostrich, and it can fly, and you can jump around and fly around the screen, and you joust against. You basically have to hit them from on top. If they hit you from on top, you're jousted, you're dead. Didn't sting you, did it? Dude, that's horrible. That is horrible. That is the worst game ever. That is absolutely the worst game ever. Oh, I need a bet. It's getting a little hot. So it's time to take a check of the weather from the bald spot camera. The bald spot camera. Brought to you by Squawking Birds. It took like 30 minutes to finish. Hello, Dave. Yeah, I bet you're being boiled, steamed, boiled, not broiled. Boiled. Blub, 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 blub. Yeah, trying to get. Oh, that's good stuff. I impress myself sometimes. It's not the most primo tasting stuff ever, but it is like whoop your ass potent type of. Mine never is the best tasting, but that's because I let it grow out there in the yard underneath tree pollen and shit. I'm smoking tree pollen half the time too. Shit like that, you know. I try to always pick the mesquite pollens are big. You can see them. I try to always pick them out of the bud before I smoke it because sometimes you will find one that had landed on a bud and then got surrounded. Don't make no seeds. There ain't no interbreeding there, but I mean, pot pollen is like a very fine dust, and mesquite tree pollen is like a little tiny flower itself that's designed to float way off in the wind. You know, it's got like a little petal attached to it, and it fucking floats off in the wind, so it tries to pollinate other mesquite trees, not itself. They try to cross pollinate to other mesquite trees, but they are what do you call it? When they're all both sexes. They all male in the spring and female in the summer. They're female right now. They're about to drop what we what we call beans. They're coming. They look like a pea pod, and when they're soft and fresh, but they dry into a yellow hard mesquite beans, and that's how a bull snake will get up in a mesquite tree and make you think it's a rattlesnake up in the tree because it'll shake some of those and they rattle, and that it and they look like a diamondback rattlesnake. The bull snakes out here do. The gopher snakes. They look like rattlesnakes out here as a camouflage, but they don't have no rattles. What you up to, Dave? You doing all right, man? I hope the birds don't fly in my vent hole. I
Hey,
opened
what's
it
up?
up so I could get some more. I opened up my vent hole so I could get cooler air out of the duct, and I'm hoping my birds don't fly in there, fly up into the machinery up in the air conditioner.
My dog just barked so loud I almost popped my fucking earlobes. Son of a bitch.
I heard it.
Yeah. Right beside my head too.
He's got a pretty good bark.
Yeah, he does.
I'm just smoking. Yeah, just smoking.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Trying
about
to
do
have an
too.
online sesh. Yeah.
I ate a pizza.
You
It was
ate a
good.
pizza? Yeah, I ate one a couple nights ago. I burnt my mouth. I scalded my mouth on it.
Ooh, that's bad.
It was so good.
I'll just let it cool down.
See, it reminded me. It was one of those that reminded me of the pizzas that the old man made at this little bar that used to be in the middle of our town.
Oh, so you couldn't resist. You were like, oh,
I got nostalgic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nostalgic. And it fucked me up.
You know what, actually? I think about the first slice of pizza I ever had all the time. Never had any pizza like that again.
I know. There was this little old Mexican man that worked at the pizzeria inside a shopping center called Smitty's down in the city. And that little old Mexican man, I swear to God, he made the best fucking pizza I ever ate, and I never tasted anything like it ever since.
Yeah, I know, because I think that they made some ingredient in the pizza illegal. It's like they're putting fucking meth in the pizza or something. That's delicious. Give me more. And he's like, no, you can't sell it anymore. Why can't he sell it anymore? And they're like, I can't tell you. Go away. Secret ingredient banned. Go away. I know.
Here
Some
comes
Chinese food just
Mama.
tastes just too good.
Hi.
What's up, Mama?
Hi, Mama Redneck.
Happy Father's
How you
Day
doing?
to everybody. Can you hear me?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Uncle very much.
Yeah, what's up,
Going to
Sam?
be a grandpa in August.
Nice.
Right on. Congratulations.
Yep.
You mean again? You're already a grandpa, aren't you?
Well, those are the children of actually my nephew.
Oh.
So I'm actually grunkle. But his mom is like a crackhead and stuff. So they like, I'm more grandpa. She's like some old lady, you know. That's how they treat it, yeah. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because those babies need shit like that, you know.
Need a good environment.
Yeah.
Otherwise, a messed up kid becomes messed up adult.
Yep.
Yeah, trying to steal a couch off you.
Do that again. I want to see you do that again. That was impressive.
What is it? I didn't see.
She was cleaning herself.
Oh. It was nastiness. She was licking her boot hole.
She got a censor. We need a YouTube censor here. Fucking blur that or something.
Mr. Neil coming up.
See that shit about it? Hey, what's up, Neil?
Is it okay to
shit
stop
about it?
Yeah.
Okay to be here?
Anybody you don't get along with? I don't know.
Yeah. I made a video about AJ the other day.
You got my message? Bugsy?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I messaged you back.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, man, but...
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well,
Is it nothing to do with me?
He's having trouble with...
It's nothing to do with me.
No, he's having the trouble with Pat's
I don't need to know. I don't need to know. Oh yeah, Pat's man, he's a fucking dick. Fuck that thing. No,
What?
actually, no,
He's
sorry,
not-
boys.
That's all. And
He's
that's
not gonna
all.
be-
That's all. Let's leave it at that, Neil.
He's going to jail.
Let's just have a smoke sesh. Smoke your
You know
dab.
what? Just save it up for Hamilton's.
No.
Just over there saying he'll let you save it. whatever the fuck you
No,
want.
save it up for when we can talk. And save it up for when we can talk. And
Hi, Mom.
right now, let's have a smoke sesh. That's all I want right now.
Hi, Mama.
Hi. How you doing other than the drama?
It's hot. Sorry, I don't. My air conditioner's down, and sorry.
Oh, that's not comfortable.
It's fucking like 95.
Unless you need help right now. Unless you think something's imminent and you need help. You need me to call the cops? Because you need me to call the cops? No, I'm not going to call the cops in your situation, but
my trust.
you need help?
The trustee's calling the police. Please take me.
I could tell you my experiences with him if you want. That'll alleviate. He's a big man, Neil.
Imminent physical threats.
No, you're not. You're not. But like I would do exactly what you're thinking about doing. I would alert everyone. But he's like garbage. He's not going to do nothing. He's a coward behind a keyboard. He ain't got balls to do nothing to no one. You just make a bunch of threats. Big, intense online troll. Like, he'll come at you in about 50 different accounts, try and make it's about 30 people after you, but it's all him. One person.
It's all him.
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
It's 4 o'clock on the West Coast.
Happy Father's
Thank you.
Day, bud.
You too. All right. Oh, I got a lot of tension in my chest right now.
Yeah, me too.
If I don't got the COVID, I got both my shots. I'm all
Yep. Immunized.
done up with the shots. But,
immunized.
yeah, but since then I've been exposed.
Well, even if you
I think.
you can
Maybe not.
still.
He may have come down with it after.
You can still get COVID, but it's like a mild cold instead of being deadly. So.
Right.
I understand it. That I did see, and I thank you, ma'am. I am protecting myself, ma'am. Is that loud? I just filled this fucker up, so
Yeah.
it's obviously
Yeah, that's super loud.
Yeah, that
Really
was loud.
Thanks for cleaning out my ears.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sorry, man. It's a fucking rock. It's a porch. What can I say?
313 degrees Fahrenheit.
I know, but so how you doing, Mr. Gorman?
I'm doing okay. It's a bit hot here. According to my goddamn weather app, it's not very hot. It's only 10 Celsius, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like 15 or 16. It's hot for me.
Cheers on.
I guess it just feels hotter than it is.
We're under excessive heat warning.
Goddamn reason.
I think you guys are always under excessive heat warnings, Bugsy. It's just where you live.
Wait, 351 is he's got a motor.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Yeah, that's he's got a motor.
Why do you keep changing your name, man? I didn't even know that was you. Fucking dick. Thought that was just some guy. That's what I called him Cleveland earlier on. I said, hey, what's up, Cleveland? Because I thought it was just some random dude saying hello to me. I didn't know that was he's got a motor. Well, no, just always keep the word motor in your name and I'll probably just know it's you then.
Who's that? Bugsy?
Uh-huh.
No, I'm talking about the dude in chat.
But Dave
Cleveland modified motor. He's got a motor.
Oh.
Yeah,
Just keeps
I
changing
thought
his
you
fucking
knew
name.
that, Dave. I'm sorry.
No, I had no goddamn clue.
Oh,
Like,
almost anything that has motor in it is usually him.
yes, I'm gonna assume that from now on.
Hey,
And he just changed it again recently, wasn't he? Like, it was something else like a month ago.
I could say one thing though, if I can. That dude is cloning Bugsville's account and using his name. And by the way, because he was doing that on my channel, so I knew it wasn't Bugsville. I knew it was who it was, but he's cloning other people's channels. I've seen too.
Well, yeah, he's
Yeah,
been
it's
doing
kinda
it all along.
That's like basic troll shit, right? Every troll
That's why
does
I
that.
thought Emerald Isle was coming up when Flasher came up.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I missed
No,
it.
that wasn't the flasher. I don't think it was. Not the
The
well.
one
He
that
was
came
a
up on mine?
flasher. He was a flasher.
He was a
not
Flasher.
Yeah, no,
He was
you
the
know
one
that guy
that
LeBure?
I talked to.
Yeah,
It was LeBure.
That's not the flasher. He's not the flasher. That's a guy called Hash Info. He's a different guy altogether.
Ash Info, yeah, I know who he is.
I remember I was questioning him, and I asked him a couple of tricky questions because I'm not a dumbass.
LeBure's
When I
Hash
give
Info.
someone information. Yeah, if I'm going to give someone
I never knew
information,
that.
it's going to be selective information. So I gave LeBure a couple of questions, and he got two of them wrong. He didn't realize I was asking him questions. I was just giving him information that was incorrect, and he was like, "Yeah, I did that," and I was like, "No, you didn't."
Damn, Mom, let's go. Fuck.
What the fuck?
Fuck.
I made Neil laugh. I made Neil laugh.
Fuck, that would traumatize my cat, man.
That's great.
What the fuck is it?
Traumatized my cat. That's great.
that is
It's
a
fucked up.
cat with a shark's mouth on it.
I think you just ruined Shaq's for me.
Oh, yes. Shark Cat. That's Shark Cat. Shark Cat. That's where it's at. He's Shark Cat. Oh, my goodness. Yes, indeed.
That reminds me of a film I seen. Where there's this monster cat, but the cat's face really would open up and it'd have loads of fucked up teeth. Would like fucking sink them in like a spider face or something like that.
Okay, so does anybody know what this is?
What the fuck? That's not real. That can't be real. That's not real.
It is.
No way in hell that's real. No, it's not. Don't lie to me.
Is that a sloth?
Yeah, those are those things that you know, the sugar gliders are cute, but they're related to them.
They look like a sloth.
They're related. I can't remember the name of it.
I've tried looking it up and I can't find anything that looks like that.
They're related to the sugar gliders, but the sugar gliders are cute.
Oh, I see. I read that motor.
I think that this little dude might actually have like a problem with his like fur or something, because he's a wild animal, but so he should not be bald like that. You know,
His eyes don't look right either.
His eyes, because he's nocturnal. His eyes are nocturnal.
Yeah.
I don't know.
At nighttime, they would be all open and black. They wouldn't have any of that yellow.
I still doubt that creature actually exists in real life.
Oh, it does. I've seen them.
It looks like something that would be in a fairy tale. It looks like something would be in a fairy tale. I know, stealing.
Yeah, if it had wings and
he's cute.
Right?
Had wings and flapped around.
He is cute.
If it went and flew off, yeah.
It's a baby chupacabra.
No shit. A baby chupacabra. That's good shit.
Okay, I got one more for you. I know what this is, but I want to know if any of you know what this is.
Yeah, I do. It's a water bear.
Yep.
Yep.
It's a
tardigrade.
It's a tardigrade, And I don't know if any of you guys watch.
Fucking new Star Trek is shit.
I don't know if any of you guys watch Star Trek Discovery.
I do. It's shite. No one's gonna say that.
They use
I do. It's
gigantic. They use a gigantic tardigrade to power their drive to like jump from point to point.
Yeah,
It's
through the
great.
mycelium
Jump
network.
drive.
Yep.
I've
And
not
somehow
watched
they end up
any of them
900
that have
years in the
jump
future.
drive.
Somehow they end up 900 years in the future. Where their technology is the only technology that exists, but they already created it and somehow forgot about it 900 years in the future.
Yep.
Fucking show sucks.
Oh God, I'm not gonna like it, am I? I'm not gonna like it, am I?
What happened to Transwarp as well? Remember Transwarp? The Borgs did Transwarp and so did Voyager.
Yeah.
Voyager did Transwarp.
Yeah.
So what the fuck happened to Transwarp? Then all of a sudden warp doesn't work anymore. Okay, then you do Transwarp then.
Yeah, I don't know what
Completely different.
the Borg were pretty much the only ones that used the transwarp, except the Vaudoir. They were in
until the last season of Voyager.
Yeah,
that's how Voyager
Last
found out
season
about
of Voyager.
Transwarp.
It's like it was all
Discovered
over
how
the
to
place.
do it. That's how they discovered how to do it. They found the Transwarp network,
Yeah.
and then they just forgot about it. It's gone. Doesn't exist anymore.
Well, it's also something that was in the Delta Quadrant with like one transwarp conduit to the Alpha Quadrant. So,
Yeah.
They really didn't use it until they chased Voyager through it. So.
No, they did. They used it once or twice.
What about First Contact?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Wolf 259 or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
yeah,
like came in and blew the fuck out of everybody. They used it then.
Yeah. I kind of forgot about that.
I am Locutus of Borg.
You know you're old when you have to play Eye of the Tiger to motivate you for your workout.
That's good shit. The water bear. Yeah, the Chinese sent some up on their lander on the far side of the moon, and when it crashed, they think it might have spilled the water bears out on the moon, and now they're interested in going to see if they can pick those water bears up or if they've infested subground water or anything like that.
Wouldn't that be a trip if they were actually mating on the moon?
Yeah, in like underground water, right there where the thing crashed or something.
That'd be awesome.
It would be awesome. That'd prove it can be.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything. It means it can be.
Well, and also, I mean, the tardigrade is literally the toughest creature we know of. So, if anything's going to be able to mate in space, it's going to be a tardigrade.
They're banging on the moon.
Yeah,
they're banging on the moon.
Well, they're still going to need moisture to be banging.
Mm-hmm.
If they're on a dry vacuum, they're going to be hardened into crystal.
Yeah,
that's what they do.
But they can be revived.
We know they can survive that because they've already done experiments on the outside of the space station.
Oh, it's so cute. Its face looks like a butthole.
It does. It does. But it's in the microcosm. It's not in our normal world.
It looks like if you took a pig and took away any of the features that might be considered attractive or like make you want to like be anywhere near a pig. It just has all the bad
gave it
parts.
a third set of legs. Of legs.
Two anuses. His two anuses. One on its face, one on
each end.
Yeah. Floats around.
Have you ever seen the back of a tardigrade? I haven't. Do they have a butt or do they just put it back out that same hole?
Let's find out. Hold on.
I think anything that consumes stuff probably needs a way to get rid of waste.
No, there are ones that are singular hole, and there are those that are tubular at that level.
Does a tardigrade have a butthole?
Here's a summary from Live Science. Tardigrades apparently do huge poops. And in the remarkably clear video Montague posted, the poop passes out of the tardigrade's rectum, and it kicks all eight of its little legs.
Yes, it has buttholes.
It says
Yes,
Something
they
that
have
small
buttholes.
there's a
That
it says,
small as a butthole. Wow.
there's a remarkably clear video posted by somebody where the poop passes out of the tardigrade's rectum, and then it kicks all eight of its little legs to squirm away from it. Its two rear legs scrabble at the poo as it moves.
That's fucking awesome. That is fucking awesome. Hello, Squirrels World.
That is messed up.
That's messed up.
Hello.
Yeah, you said that right.
I
Dave.
find that absolutely informative, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has a butthole. Yeah, that's weird. An animal or a creature. Is that an animal?
That?
It
Is
is.
it an animal?
It's a microscopic
Yes.
animal.
Yeah, it's a microscopic animal. Like, it's not just a germ or something.
Okay, here's
Something-
something for you.
It's a microscopic animal. That's weird. Has a
You-
butthole
just
and
like-
everything.
Just like humans, there are two genders of tardigrades. Although tardigrades can reproduce on their own without another tardigrade, or with another tardigrade, it doesn't really matter to them.
I think
So
you know what
they're-
my next question is going to be.
What?
How big its dick?
Ah,
I don't think Google's gonna tell me that.
Just ask her, how big is a tardigrade's dick?
Hold on. Well, let me see. Does a tardigrade have a penis?
According to encyclopedia.com, penile structures have never been found in any male tardigrade, and it is still uncertain how the sperm transfer occurs.
wow, I guess they
Damn.
don't have a dick.
Okay,
They don't have dicks. Dickless
No.
freaks.
they don't have dicks.
They're worthless.
They don't really know how sperm
No.
transfer occurs,
God damn.
but some
I
females have
heard all tardigrades and cucks.
some females have structures that can be inserted into the male so that the female can actively grab the sperm.
What kind of sex is that? It was weird.
Oh my god.
Seems like a lot of work and no pleasure, to be honest with you.
Well, no, the guy tardigrade just lays there and goes, "Oh, grab it, baby, grab it."
I still think it's amazing to have buttholes.
Is that what we're looking at in that picture? Is his anus?
No, that's his face, unfortunately. His face looks like a butthole, but it also
Yeah.
has a butthole somewhere else. I'm guessing it's on the other side.
It's like Donald Trump's mouth. a little bit.
Oh, maybe this is a picture of it's like swimming away. I'm just assuming it's swimming towards us. Maybe that is the butthole. It's a weird way to take a picture as well. As a photographer,
Ooh,
giving fucking tardigrades a bad name, make them all look like they've got anus faces.
there's actually species of tardigrades that have eyes, but this one doesn't.
What kind of eyes? What
He's
kind of
got,
eyes?
he's got motors because they look like little. Those aren't toes; they're dicks.
It could be, and we don't know what they are. We just think they're legs, but they're actually little dicks.
A sea sponge called the hairy sticky plate has a mouth from which it shites. It has no butthole.
From which it does the poo-poo. That's what you're saying.
No butthole.
It does the poo-poos.
Yeah.
The poo-poos come from its bum.
Well, our fucking great big owls out here that hunt and eat other birds, they only half poop out their ass. The other half comes out the top as bones and feathers and
oh,
hair
they like
and
just
shit.
they hawk it up. Do that.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
barf out the goddamn bones and feathers.
Yeah, I fucking seen
Stuff
them do
like
that
that.
before. That's fucking gross. Hacking up like half digested mice all over and
Mhm.
it's all over your roof. All over your roof.
Yeah,
You dirty bastard. That's why people shoot birds like seagulls and shit. That's why they shoot them.
I found
Piss you
great
off.
big owl balls of regurgitation. They're like a big old ball like this, out underneath the fucking power lines out here.
Oh,
Where
wow.
they're sitting on the pole.
Wow.
Well, it comes and hunts the little birds that use our yard as a bird sanctuary.
One hell of a
That's just,
sanctuary.
well, no, I mean that's the cycle of life. Though.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
sanctuary from the desert.
Yeah, but dude, that's kind of
We've got set.
fucking owl balls hanging on your fucking thing, man. That's pretty bad.
Well, snakes will do the same thing. They'll barf up the bones and stuff. You know what's funny? You ever walking along and you see this black turd about this big? You don't see it yet, but you accidentally kick it and it flies apart, and you realize you just kicked apart a turd that was made completely of hard black ants. That's a frog turd.
Oh, wow. So frogs eat ants and then poop them out in balls.
Wow.
And Mugsy's frozen. Or Bugsy's frozen. Why did I say Mugsy? Bugsy.
That's wow. Look at that cat, man. Fun, man.
Or turd.
Glad you.
Why does that look normal to me?
I got shitty
You look at it
internet.
and you just think, yeah, that's normal. I think it's cartoons. Like you see Tom and Jerry, when Tom like fucking smiles, he'd have normal teeth like that.
Yeah.
I
I'm
got
just used to seeing
shy
it.
for internet.
Your internet is shite.
I've got shite for internet. Yes, it is.
You know what? I think the eyes in that cat have been replaced too. If you look closely. People eyes. Those are people eyes, not cat eyes.
Oh my God, 351. That's funny. So I went out to my parents' place today for Father's Day. And as a surprise, I grabbed my stepdaughter and took her with me because she's basically their only grandchild within, where they can go visit kind of thing. So I grabbed her and took her out there with me, and we had a very wonderful time. And my dad was nice and surprised when he saw Megan, so that was fun.
Yeah, right. Oh, grab my phone. I was going to set its hotspot so I could switch. Happy 420. Happy 420.
Oh, fuck.
Let me see. What can I do?
I find your lack of cannabis disturbing.
I find your lack of cannabis disturbing.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Let's do this. Ooh! Ooh! I just lit my finger.
How's your garden doing, Dave?
Just give us a second, Neil. I'm just fixing something.
Okay.
Oh. As I was, what do I want to do? That.
Oh my god.
Copy.
Those snow caps ripped my ass up. Oh god.
You better not be doing that after you get your eye surgery, man.
All right.
No, that's why I'm bonging my ass off this weekend, because I know next week it ain't gonna be that way.
Oh, is your surgery coming up here?
They have to do it next week, or otherwise I'm screwed.
Oh, wow.
it's already. They told me I had a 2-week window, and they're at 2 weeks right now. But
Oh wow.
that set me back when I broke my leg, so I had to get that all squared away.
Wait, what? When did I miss that? And why do you only have a 2-week window? What?
What?
I'm very confused. Why do you only have a 2-week window? And when did you break your leg?
Broke my leg 2 weeks ago, and the window for the surgery was because it had gone on for so long that if they didn't do it immediately, it would reach a point where their surgery would make a difference.
Wow.
So that's already, we're at that line right now.
Yeah. Wow.
Because I can't see, Mama, they won't give me no help because I smoke weed.
That's so.
I can't get a caregiver because I smoke pot. So anyway, I
Wow.
went reaching out to grab a transfer point, and I missed the grab because I can't judge depth, obviously, and I fell, and then everything fell on top of me. So
Oh, jeez.
I broke my leg in 2 places.
Oh.
Deep cast.
Wow.
Again,
Jeez.
I just got off of being a broken leg from skydiving. Now I had a break, but
Wow.
so yeah, and it was funny because I was on the phone with my case manager and I was saying we need to get some help in here because I'm gonna get hurt. It's not a question of will I, it's when. It's and an hour after I had the conversation, it happened.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
What are you, psychic?
And that was like 2.5 weeks ago, and they still haven't got no help in here.
Wow.
I thought living in a state where weed was legal
I'm back.
would be a problem.
Well, yeah, you would think that. I don't know.
A lot of psychiatric medical help people will not help you if you're using cannabis. That's why you always lie. No saying no, I'm not using it. I would never do that.
Don't want me to use cannabis.
Don't tell them you are. Tell them you did. You gave it up. You quit. That's all it takes. Just tell them you're not doing it anymore, and you'll get your help. That's what I suggest doing. Quickest route to it.
I hate
This
to
is
say
drug
it,
testing or something.
but yeah, unless they drug test you, that's the quickest way is just to, tell them you're not doing it anymore, and then you'll get your help.
Yeah, fuck them. One reason they're acting like that, Neo, is because they don't really prescribe the cannabis. They can't make much money off. They make more money off penicillin and shit like that.
No,
I agree with that 100%.
So they're not interested in cannabis. That doesn't come out of their little factory.
Oh. They're interested in giving you tons of this shit.
Yeah.
yep.
Does me no good except pollute my body and cause me to be freaking addicted to it, which I don't want any of. I don't take but one of them, and that's it. I won't. I don't want to take pills.
Yep.
It's kind of like, to me, the way doctors are trained. Have you ever seen a doctor, like, a learning doctor in training?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're like very impressionable people usually, and what they learn, that's like, yeah.
I was going to say he's got a motor. The seagulls are, I don't think birds have senses to feel the heat of peppers in their mouth so much. The seagulls might, but parrots, they'll eat a fucking pepper in a heartbeat. That's just another fruit to them.
They like them. It just tastes different.
I'll tell you, I've caught a lot of seagulls. I've caught a lot of seagulls fishing. Cast out the line, you got your herring out there, and as soon as it hits the water, they dive down and get your herring. And then
They want your bait as much more than a fish do, you little fuckers.
Yeah.
Well, learn how to make seagull pie. I don't know.
Doctors, usually, like, to me, every doctor I met, every doctor I seen that was being trained, They're like when they're being trained, they're very impressionable people who will do exactly as you say, if you get what I'm meaning.
Yep.
Like if I told, like this year I'm interacting with one of these doctors, I'm above him. He'll basically, they're extremely air slicky. They'll literally bury their tongue up your hole if you give them good marks or something. And they literally do as you say. If I said, walk into the room, get Mama Redneck, pick her up forcefully, sit her on a chair, and then inject her roughly. 100%. They have to do as they're told.
Who knows? I may like
And
it.
then because then they get to, because the idea is you're working up the ladder, and eventually they'll get to the position where they're the one telling their little fuzz, you do as I tell you, exactly as I tell you. So that's why when you go in and you say like, oh, I use cannabis or something like that, they're against that because that's kind of like, they see that like herbal medicine or something.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the enemy. That's kind of the enemy of their profession when you think about it.
Yeah,
They don't want you to use herbal cannabis. They don't want to use the herbal medicine at all. They want you to use their factory shit. Keeps you under their control, kind of. Keeps them in business as well.
yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know if you can see this or not, but I'm pointing at that right here. This is my little dog, and he's curled himself into the blanket, like.
Yeah, like what pizza does.
Hi. And my other dog pulled the other blanket off the couch and is curled up underneath that on the floor. So.
Yeah, that PGA golf game's pretty cool.
Hey, it's love PGA. Tiger Woods.
Yeah,
PGA Tour.
playing the new PGA 2K21, and I got 4 under par through 3 holes.
Nice. Is it like?
My buffer
Is it full
or
of
Mayo
Is it full of microtransactions? Is it full of microtransactions and shit like that?
No, because I got the deluxe edition, so I got all the shit.
Yeah, but is it normally if you don't have the deluxe?
I don't know.
There's a lot of DLC. It's a lot of like you can download the best club. 200 tokens.
You can buy them with your little tokens that you earn and stuff.
Oh, see, that's bullshit. I hate that. No, I'm not gonna play that. I hate that stuff.
It's
I'm assuming you just used to unlock shit in the game.
well, that's what it is. It's unlocking, basically.
Yeah, I know, but they kind of sometimes with the unlocky stuff, they want you to pay for stuff. They want you to pay extra. So they'll set the bar so high, so fucking high. It's just too hard to unlock everything. So you just end up buying half of it. Unlock what you can and buy the rest. I don't like doing that. I want to pay $60 or 60 euros or whatever. I want to pay money for a game and be able to unlock and play everything in that game. Don't have to pay $60 for a game and then I have to get a subscription to the game as well.
Right.
Yeah. That's bullshit. I was trying to play Star Wars Battlefront 2 the other night. And then I realized, like one match into it, I realized, hey, I don't have any good weapons, and why is this? And then I went and looked, and I had to pay for them.
Oh, jeez.
And I was just, fuck it, turned it off. You can unlock them too, but like once again, to set the bar so high. Like I think I had to do play the game for like 4 hours to unlock a new weapon, and then I would have had to play another 4 hours to just unlock a grenade. You know, and so on and so forth. Another 4 hours for whatever else. I don't have that kind of time.
That's just for start-off weapons. I think if you're playing in matches, you can pick up other weapons as you go, but that's just for your start-off weapons.
No, I'm talking about Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yeah, I was too.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think you can pick people's weapons up in that. You only
You
get is yours.
buy a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
They nickel and
It has,
dime.
it has loot boxes in it.
Yeah,
Fucking hit.
yeah. I got Battlefield, both of them, 1 and 2.
And you know what as well?
As well?
They stop working on me properly. Like you get one free loot box every couple of fucking hours. It stopped appearing. I press open the box, and it just it does all the whole open box animation, but nothing comes out. It's like invisible.
Right. That's been happening. Mm-hmm.
I fucking don't know. I can't do that.
God, that's like when you get underwear for Christmas, isn't it?
No, that's like
Yeah, you don't get to put on the show for many people about what you got.
it's like getting this box that looks really cool, and you open it up and there's nothing in it.
Right.
That's what it's like.
Yeah, you
Unless
might have
you're
got
me.
something awesome. You might have got something
Look
awesome.
at my
It might
silk
have sucked.
boxers
You
as
won't
I
know.
walk out
You
to
won't
the
see it.
corner to get my mail.
Because they'll slam down these gold boxes or whatever, and you think, oh, I'm going to get something cool, and you open it up and there's nothing in it.
God damn.
I know what Dave's talking about, man. I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah. And I wouldn't even mind it if it was a reasonable. You know, if you play the game for a reasonable amount of time, let's say 80 hours total. I play 80 hours total and I unlock everything. That's fine with me. That's perfectly reasonable. But like I remember that some YouTube channel calculated it on our Street Fighter. If you wanted to unlock one character, you had to play the game for 170 hours.
Wow.
Or you could just buy them. You just buy them. You buy them. $5 each. Only 30-something characters, $5 each. That's a bean.
That's
Wow.
a bean. That I haven't found any at all in my stuff lately, and this little bean right here, I'm putting that away.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Definitely keep that bean.
As of July 1st, South Dakota has legal marijuana, but number one, they do not have anything at all set up to allow people to go to a doctor. They don't have anything set up for, they don't have any dispensaries. They literally have nothing. So we're looking at maybe 2 years before a program actually gets going. And in order to be, you can grow up to 3 plants, but you have to have a prescription from a doctor. So you go back to, not having doctors to go to. So it's a fucking mess.
Yeah, I heard Virginia's going legal too in July 1st.
Yep.
A bunch of those states are. I'm surprised Europe ain't legalizing, though. That's really weird because they have a big chunk of the market, man. They own it.
There's discussions of it everywhere. They're all discussing it. All the countries are discussing it. They all want to legalize in some way.
Yeah,
most of them. They want to dick around and they want to do that bullshit. Dick around and we're going to pretend like, oh no, it's only for medical reasons. It's only for you need a prescription. And then all of a sudden you can buy it down beside the alcohol and shit.
Woohoo!
That's going to happen here soon enough. Nice jar of beans. Are they all the same ones or?
No,
all just a collection.
This
Random.
is a collection.
Randoms.
My stepdaughter and her boyfriend collected these over several months and gave them to me for Christmas. So
nice.
Right on.
Yeah, Lost Art just sent me these. These are Gorilla Glue and Skittles.
Oh, Gorilla Glue is awesome.
I don't think I've ever tried either of those strands.
Gorilla Glue is one of my favorites. It is like, it'll kick your ass right away. Like you'll take 3 or 4 hits and all of a sudden you'll get a head rush. And then from there, it's just like every time you take a hit, you just get higher and higher.
Yeah, that's what these dabs are, is Gorilla Glue. This is
wow.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them. They're hanging on the wall.
Oh my god!
Like one of those little, how they come in little packages that you can like go into a store and just pick them off like candy packages. See?
Yeah.
There you go, mama. There's some dab.
Oh, there you go.
Dabs.
Yeah, I'm hanging on the wall like a little candy dispenser, a whole bunch of them.
Fucking hell.
I can get them for like $8 a gram.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I pay 35 a gram,
Oh,
which is
ouch.
just stupid.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I mean, the shatter still holds its price, but the live rosin like that is so plentiful out here that it's pretty cheap.
Wow.
But oops,
Uh-oh.
man.
Uh-oh.
See, I can't see shit, and I keep knocking shit off the freaking table because I can't see depth. You know, like so
Yeah.
I reach for my lighter and I knock it off the table all the time.
No, that's frustrating.
And I was hanging out with Bugsy, and I think it was Bugsy, and I ended up making a freaking Walgreens munchie order on DoorDash.
Yeah.
Like $60 in candy, man, or whatever it was.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Since I work for DoorDash, I got to ask this: when you did like a candy run like that, did you also order an energy drink?
No, I ordered juice.
That I tell every single, like, when I have to go to a like a convenience store, every single order I've ever done has energy drinks in it.
No, I just ordered it orange juice.
One guy ordered 25 bars of Hershey's chocolate and 10 energy drinks.
Oh
I
my
wonder what he was
God.
doing.
I ordered a shitload of sour Skittles, pistachios, beef jerky, a couple of 7-ounce Hershey bars. Fuck, I went ballistic, man. Oh, a bunch of white chocolate, chocolate, and Londons or whatever they're called. You know?
Yep.
I just went ballistic, man. I ate up almost all the sour Skittles already. I didn't know you could do that, you know. And then it popped up on my phone that they could deliver munchies, and I went, really? Yeah. So I have like, you know, I got serious money, and so I was like, fuck it, I don't care. It's only $50, you know.
Okay, but here's another question: did you tip your driver good?
Yeah, I always do.
Good for you.
I was gonna give this one a nug, but I kind of changed my mind at the last minute. Normally, I toss them a little bud too if they're cool when they show up.
Yeah. Well, I've had 3 customers give me a nug. So, and I don't turn it down.
I do most of the time, but if I sense something's not right or something when they come up, I won't do it. You know?
Yeah.
Like if they're foreign or you can tell they don't get high, I won't do it.
Yeah.
If they're cool, I'm like, hey man, hold up, here's a nug, man, get high, man. Give them like about an 1/8 bud, usually about that big.
Oh, right on.
I got a lot of weed, man. Yeah.
Here's the sad thing. This is the sad thing. This is my little bitty. This is what's left.
Oh.
I am sadly low.
Yeah, not to high.
Ugh.
I'm gonna have to do nothing but stare at this shit when I get my surgery.
Well, you can smoke it. You just have to do it in a way that's not going to injure you. So it might not be smoking. You may have to make some edibles or something.
Yeah, I like smoking weed, man.
I know, but you know, you may have to do a little change just for a bit. Just till your eye heals or whatever, eyes heal.
I mean, look at that bud, though. That is just so dank.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. That Bora is just really good weed to grow, man. I got over a pound off one plant
Holy crap.
Yeah, 16 and a half ounces dry off of one plant.
Damn, that's awesome.
I photographed it and everything so I can prove it. So, yeah, it's 16 and a half ounces.
Well done.
There's most of it right there because, you know, there's another one of these, but there's two of these.
Wow.
That's all off of one plant. Not bad for a guy in a wheelchair.
So what do you got going on now for growing?
I had to shut everything down.
Oh, wow.
They don't want me to have no exposure to bright light for at least 6 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I told them I grew because I was worried that the lights might have caused this.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was because of my wife's head injury.
Yep.
Well, I wish you were a freaking my DoorDash driver. You wouldn't have to buy weed, Mama, because you knew if you come by my house, you'd be going away with the stash.
Well, I would just go to the store and buy your shit and bring it to you just so I could get some of your weed, man.
I go, here, Mama, have a nug. Go on, man. Go get high. I got a lot of weed, so I don't mind giving it away.
That's always cool to to be generous with what you've got.
Yeah, I've got 3-4 tents. I can always fucking put seeds back in the ground. Actually, I have a DWC crop going across the street, but it's my neighbor's growing it for me. So basically, I got weed when I go.
Yeah.
I gave him my whole DWC setup and all the cuttings and set him up so he could grow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I gave it to him, all the equipment for free, everything.
Right on.
He just has to hook Neo up if Neo needs.
Yeah, he's got to take care of my cuttings. That's the deal, you know. So when I go back, I got my Amnesia Haze cuttings and my other cuttings that I didn't want to lose.
Well, I'm glad you've got somebody to take care of that for you right now.
Yeah, he came over today because I had to let him know what was going on with surgery and stuff. But he's a cool guy, man. He's a bartender, man. He makes serious fucking money, man.
Oh, I imagine.
Seriously, you got to see his house. He's got a $500,000 home, and he pays for it bartending.
Right on.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's great.
Fucking owns a Corvette, boat, everything. Bartending.
Nope. Well, if you're good at it, you can definitely make a good living at it.
Paid my way through college.
Nope.
If you're if I was going to say if you're mediocre at it, you can make it have a good night's wage.
Yep.
Yeah, I made enough to go through college, bartending.
Right on.
Yeah. I love that job.
What'd you do for college?
I majored in physics.
Oh, wow. Right on.
And I graduated. I have a Bachelor of Arts degree in astronomy and physics from Cornell.
Wow. Awesome.
I was like one of the first 15-year-olds, I think, to go there or something like that.
Well, I knew you weren't stupid, so.
No, actually, I am really fucking stupid, man.
No, you're not.
That is, I'm just a stupid fucking cripple.
Hey, no matter how much the books teach you, socially, that shit comes the hard way.
Yep.
Bugsy, is that the real Bugsville?
Yeah, he comes in here. Hey, Budsville, cheers. How's it going, man?
Hey, Budsville, somebody's cloning your account, bro, and I think you know who it is, but he used it, tried to use it on my stuff and use your name and stuff, and he cloned your account. I knew it wasn't you, Budsville. I knew it wasn't you, bro, because I know you don't do that shit. But
and now I know it's him because he calls me Red.
yeah. Well, I just want people to know that fucking Pats fan was cloning his fucking account, you know, and trying to say it was Budsville. And I know Budsville because he don't do that shit. So
No, he's straight up a
No,
good
if
guy.
if he's gonna clown on you, he'll clown on you under his name.
yeah. Well, I just thought he should know.
Exactly.
I think it's punk that
Yeah, to be himself. He'll be himself.
Yep.
He'll be real about it. He won't just. You know what's being said is being said from a person.
Yeah,
You
what's
know
just
when
wrong,
it's them.
man? Buzzbill, fucking, if he's got something to say, say it. But I think it's wrong when somebody else is using his fucking name and trying to make him look bad and blame him for it. And that's not right. Because Buzzbill does get blamed for a lot of shit he don't do, and that's not good, you know, either. Because I know Buzzbill.
Yeah, I think he's been. I think he's been cloning Budsville for a while because he just finds Budsville an easy target to clone for some reason. But because people are quick to jump at Budsville because Budsville's been called a troll so much that people are quick to jump on the bandwagon to
I've
blame
seen
him.
it happen where Buzzbill gets blamed for a lot of shit he doesn't do. I know for a fact he doesn't do it. In a lot of ways, I know it's not him. So I just thought he should know that this time I caught that motherfucker using his name on my channel. I knew it was Pat's fan. I know it was. There's no doubt about it.
Well, and after the picture you sent me,
Yeah.
well, there's no fucking doubt now.
Yeah.
There's no fucking doubt. He fucking came under his own name and did it too.
Yeah.
He did it. I mean,
Budsville says he sees people blame him for their cars not starting in the morning.
Well, I just had, what was it, Dog Pound was joking. He said it was my fault because of climate change or something. Wasn't that it?
yeah, that was here. Yeah.
But I knew it wasn't Buzzbill, and I wasn't going to let him take shit for it, and that's why I figured he should know.
Yep.
Man, my pot that I grew, I don't know if it's the stems being so teeny tiny in the bud I've just broke up, you know, or I have been breaking up, or if it's my fingers being numbed from old age and short circuits in my shit. I don't know what's what, but I can't feel the little stems. But there's enough stem there to poke through the goddamn paper every goddamn time I roll.
Oh, jeez. Ventilation. Just ventilation.
Yeah,
well. But I have that. That's what I use.
I mean,
Man.
ultra thins could be part of it, you know.
Oh, yeah. Now you got the regular rods.
I have ultra thin and hemps. Here's hemps.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Here's the
So you got-
inside out
You got your car
thins.
on it?
What's that?
You got your car fixed? Last time I heard your car was down.
Yeah. I had it in the shop, and they did about $3,000 worth of work to it, and then I got a new windshield, and now it's doing pretty good. So
Wow.
yeah, they did a lot of stuff to it.
Nice.
So
Here's
great.
here's
Great.
some hemp papers Tammy sent me.
Pure.
It says
Yeah, yeah, they did brakes. They did shock struts. I don't even know what else they did. And like brakes was like the whole brake. They just replaced everything instead of trying to fix part of it or whatever. I don't even know what else they did. He had a whole list of stuff he did. So
Wow. I haven't seen those in decades.
That's
Yeah.
my preferred.
Figure they did the brakes, the rotors, everything right. They changed
Yep.
everything.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. That's actually the best way to do it.
Oh yeah.
Because you can usually
Those are the
before you have to worry about it.
those zigzags are the rice paper zigzags.
Oh, cool. No, 351 actually. I have a very honest and very good mechanic. Um, he walks me through exactly what he's going to do, and then when I go back to get the car, he tells me exactly what he's done. And he doesn't charge me an arm and a leg to do stuff. I mean, that $3,000 worth of work was like, I can't even remember what all they did, but it was in the shop for 3 days, and that's all they worked on. So
Well, replacing rotors and stuff, I could see why, because that could add up real quick in parts. Just $3,000 in parts could add up real quick.
yeah, yeah.
Especially with the market nowadays being tight, and car parts in I get it.
Well, $3,000 was for a shitload of work. I only said two of the things that they did, but there was stuff I don't have good short term memory, so I can't tell you everything they did. But $3,000 was actually cheaper than anywhere else. So
They did motor work and everything as well, probably, right?
he did an oil change. He did I think he did plugs and wires and all that kind of stuff. I think I don't even.
Tuna.
Yeah, it was basically a tune-up plus.
Right.
It was all I know is that my car now stops on a dime, which it did not do before. I can go over bumps like you wouldn't believe, and my car just sails along and doesn't notice them anymore. So those are just a couple of the things that I notice every day driving. So I know that they did that work.
So, and no matter whether it was rip off or not, she finds it worth it. And
Yeah. Well,
Bazing.
struts and stuff, that's not cheap, man.
No.
Struts are cheap and breaking rotors and brakes, they're not
Yeah.
cheap.
No, it's
no,
not.
he's got a motor. I think she's saying it was $3,000 for parts and labor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was $3,000 for parts and labor.
It's not bad for getting all your brakes completely new. Drums, I bet you probably replaced drums and everything if you had drums in the rear. So,
Yeah. I think I'm disc brakes all the way around.
Well, that would have been a little more expensive.
It's a 2009, so.
Yeah, that would be disc brakes.
Yeah, it'd be expensive.
Yeah, this guy has been looking after like all three of my vehicles that I've had since I met him. We're going on 4 years of absolute stellar work. So I trust the guy.
Yeah, because I know to get this McPherson struts are pretty expensive, and just for your wheel, your discs, they're like a couple $100 a piece, can be easily. So if you times that times 4, then you add all the brakes and all the labor and everything.
Well, and also like with the brakes, I told him don't put your cheapest ones in. Put the best ones in for the stop and go driving I do 100 miles a day. And so he put in brakes that were appropriate for my driving. So.
Right. Well, that's like, I can't drive on the tires that are meant for up and down the highway. I go through the middle of the desert in my Jeep. It just, I can't do it. It's going to pop a tire running over a bush.
Yeah. Yeah, I know there's a lot of
jumping
people
cactus can pop the sidewall.
I'll give you want to just to change a tire in my wheelchair. One tire is about $650.
Ugh.
That's one tire. That's not no bullshit. If they come out and replace that one wheel with the tire and everything, it's about $650 just for that one.
Yep.
And there's no
Did
labor.
you ever get them back out again?
No, they still never have come out. My tires are still sitting out there flat. I'm still running my backups.
Wow.
On your backup chair? I'm betting that backup chair is why you missed your fucking transfer, dude.
I could be.
I think you might ought to sue that motherfucking wheelchair tire company
Oh yeah. Huh.
They are. They're still sitting out in the living room.
because you're riding around in your backup chair might be why you missed your transfer.
I didn't think of that. That's probably true.
That very well could be.
Yeah, it was. I was talking to my friend on a freaking video call when it happened, man. She was like flipping a breaker, man. She was like, "Let me call him," but no, I don't need no cops, man. You know, figure out a way, to get out of this. And then I freaking was able to grab something and then reach my cell phone and pulled it off the bed and drug it over to me and called my neighbor. Hey, can you come over and like unbury me? I was unburied, man. That fucking air conditioner, all those games, that whole desk, everything just fell on top of me, man. I was buried.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, my friend, she wanted to call the fucking fire department. I was screaming at her, "Don't you dare! Don't you fucking call nobody. I'll figure this out, god damn it." I knew my leg was broken. I knew that automatically. I knew that. Because we both heard it snap.
Oy.
She heard it over the, oh yeah, she heard it. She was like, heard that. Yeah.
$180 for an oil change is definite ripoff. I pay about $45 for an oil change.
I pay about $39.95 plus tax. Yeah.
If I'm going to have them change my oil instead of doing it myself, I go in and get the 1995 one and tell them I want a dumping pump, which means they pull the filter off, pull the drain plug out, let it all drain, put the plug back in, screw a new filter on, and fill the motherfucker up for me. That's all. I get the 19. Shut up, man.
Yeah, Mother Nate.
Hey.
When I went over, how my legs are down and they're in a footrest, in a wheelchair. Well, when I reached out, what had happened is I felt went forward. My momentum carried me, and the wheelchair actually kicked up in the air, but my feet were stuck in that footrest. And so when it went up, the chair, my body turned completely around. So I was laying on my back, looking at my toes, pointing straight down at the ground. Completely around. How my left leg didn't get broken was totally amazing, man. But it takes everything in stride. My left leg is a strong motherfucker. It's just my right leg beating. My doctor goes, this.
And the only reason I would pay $19.95 for my oil change is because I was just too lazy that day. But then again, I have the equipment to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Mama, this leg's been broken now 20 times.
Holy crap.
Yeah. I've had 25 leg breaks, which basically breaks down to one leg break every year since I've been paralyzed.
Jeez. So
My
you're
doctor
just
lets me take care of it because I'm more trained in dealing with fractures than he is. He does. He says that your knowledge of fractures is really great, But I got to say, this is one of the best looking fractures I've ever had. It really looks stable. Almost looks like it didn't happen. But it hurts like a matter of fact. And I don't understand that because I'm paralyzed. I'm not supposed to feel it, but I can.
Well, there may be some pain that your body can't get away from no matter what. I don't know.
That's why you see me smoking a million dabs and bongs, because I gotta get really fucked up.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I know I look like I got whiskers.
I always change the oil anyway, Mark. I mean the filter on with the oil. I don't care. Yeah, where I live, it's dirty motherfucker out here. You want a filter.
Yeah, I drive on dirt roads for about half of my day. When I take it in, they definitely change the filter too.
Yeah, well, when we had the volcano erupting out here, that was everybody had to do that, like constantly. You know?
Yep.
Yeah,
My
like
dad-
once a month, go get your oil filter changed.
When Mount, are you talking about when Mount St. Helens blew?
Yeah.
Yeah, that we were living in the Tri-Cities at the time, and my dad had some kind of concoction that he built himself, and it fit over the air intake, or I don't even know the whole thing.
Yeah, I know.
But it
Yeah,
basically was like a microfilter,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it allowed the air through, but it didn't allow any ash in. And it was something he came up with out at Battelle where he was working, and him and a bunch of guys got together and figured out how to make these micro fine filters and
Well,
my
you guys had to learn that shit in the Tri-Cities because you guys got buried in ash over there.
yes,
We got it a little bit, but you guys got literally like buried.
we like all of our yards were about 6 to 8 inches deep with ash.
Oh, it was deeper than that in Yakima and
Wow.
Yelmsburg.
Yep.
Fucking 2-3 feet.
Yep. And the ditches,
bad.
that was in 1980. You can drive around like Yakima and still see
Yeah,
the ash. It literally still fills the ditches.
yeah.
They've had to go in and dig new ditches in a lot of that area just
I
because.
have a big boulder of lava rock from Mount St. Helens.
Oh, right
My
on.
grandma lived in Silverton when it erupted.
Silverdale?
Silverton,
Oh.
Silverton, Oregon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember. That's my daughter's birthday.
Really?
Yeah, May 18th.
Okay. Here's a weird one for you. May 18th was the day that my mama Kitty had a litter of kittens. May 18th is also what the hell else is it? Okay, May 18th was also the day that I met my best friend. That's right. And there's one more thing, and I can't remember what it is, but it's like another kind of big thing in my life. All happened on May 18th. And then, of course, Mount St. Helens, you know. That's my lucky day.
Yeah, I was 15, just about 8, actually between 15, 20 miles inside the inclusion zone when we were filming when it erupted.
Oh, wow.
I was an apprentice, and we were in a geological survey truck, because my professor was like a photographer for him or something. And we were out there. It was right outside of McKenna here.
Okay.
And it erupted, and in the shock wave, literally you could see it coming, you know. And when it hit us, it locked us both down, popped the windows out of the truck. But what was weird is they didn't pop out; they popped in.
Yeah, from the
The
pressure.
gas didn't go out like you would think. It went in the truck.
Yep.
You know, there was hardly any glass on the ground around the truck.
Yep.
It virtually lifted it up and set it over about 3 feet. You know,
Wow.
sideways. Yeah, it was a pretty powerful blast, man. It happened at 8:34 a.m.
Yep.
We got photos of the shockwave coming through the forest. I got some really good old pictures still, man, on my
Wow.
stuff from that. But he took one of the coolest photos I ever seen and turned it into a poster. He actually caught the major plume, and you could actually see Pele's face in the picture, you know, because there's
Wow.
the volcano god or whatever.
Yep.
And you could actually
Wow.
see that face. It's really kind of weird.
That's
Hey, what's
cool.
up? I'm back.
Hi, how
Right
you
on.
doing?
Hi, I've been gone a long time.
Yeah.
I was starting to wonder if you were even there.
Yeah, me too.
If you were ever
I actually had to get up and leave. Like, so I had to leave.
Was there an old
Interrupt
lady in the
everybody.
street falling over?
No, it was just some stuff I had to do. I had to take some clothes out of wash machine, hang them up, you know, that daily chore type shit.
Yeah. Yep. Cheers.
So do they charge my card for their 30-day trial right away, or do they wait like everybody else? DoorDash.
I don't know. I
He's just
think
a dasher.
I
Hey,
think
let me ask you, what happens if I freaking call up and I place an order like freaking for munchies and they don't got them all and they end up bringing me back less than what I ordered, but I was charged for a different amount? How does that work?
okay. With that, if the dasher can't find everything and they haven't gotten a hold of you to like get a substitution or something, then basically, it's basically you have to then get a hold of DoorDash, DoorDash support on the app. This is really easy though. You'll like this. Trust me. It's all automatic, and you just tell them there was a problem with my order when you're doing the review for the dasher. It says there's a problem with my order. You click that, and it takes you to another page where you can tell them exactly what was wrong, and they will come back with, okay, that's worth this much money. Is this acceptable? And they'll give it back to you.
You know, she told me the DoorDash,
That sounds like you're getting nickel and dimed.
they corrected it at the register. That's what she told me. I didn't know if that's true or not. Because I called her back and asked her what happened. You didn't get everything. Did they adjust the price? And she said, yeah, they adjusted the price at the register. So I was like,
was it something that she went in and had to pay for with
no,
the card?
they didn't have it, you know. And I was like, okay, then no big deal, you know. Don't worry about it. You know? And
Yeah,
and it was a Walgreens order, so they probably did adjust it up, right?
Yeah, instead of getting this big bottle of orange juice that I wanted, I ended up just getting a little tiny.
Jeez.
You know, so I was wondering, along with a couple of other things that I didn't have. You know, and I just
I know with Walgreens, you have the dasher has what's called a red card. It's basically a debit card, but it's red, so it's why it's called a red card. And that's at Walgreens. That's what they use to pay for the order. So yeah, the price that you were charged was absolutely what it should have been. I'm sure. But if you have any questions, you can always get a hold of DoorDash.
Brought me back. I asked for sour Skittles, and she brought me back a couple bags of sour Skittles, but the rest weren't sour Skittles. I didn't ask for those.
Then that's where when you said that there's a problem with your order, that's where you definitely need to get a hold of DoorDash and say, hey, this is what happened. A bunch of stuff was purchased that I didn't want, and other stuff was not purchased that I wanted, and they will take care of it. They will take care of it. Wow. Getting an adjustment on your order is probably the easiest thing you can do on DoorDash support.
Well, I'm really nervous about using my debit card on shit, and because of stuff like that,
Yeah.
It ends up turning equity. They take your money, and then you got to wait to get credit for a week.
Well, DoorDash will offer you either instant credit, like on DoorDash, so the next time you sign into DoorDash, you have credit, or they can put it back on your card. It's your choice.
Yeah, well, I don't care, but I know they fucked up, because
Yeah, I would get a hold of them, and that's if she was buying shit she shouldn't have been buying, then that's not okay.
Why are you being such a wrong?
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I don't like to make waves, but I was just wondering what they did, because she couldn't.
These are the easiest waves you can make because you don't even have to deal with a person. You're dealing with a computer that just automatically says, okay, we'll replace this much for you, and it's super duper simple.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I'll do that.
Yeah. Just go into the order.
It's not going to make the person look bad or nothing, is it?
No, the only way you can do that is if you give them like a 1 or a 2 star rating.
Oh,
You know, so no, you can rate her however you want and just say, hey, you know, but if she was purchasing stuff she shouldn't have been purchasing, then you know your rating could reflect that if you wanted it
it's
to.
hard getting jobs. I don't want to fuck with nobody's job. Go over a couple dollars. But I'd
Yeah,
rather let it go.
yeah, but DoorDash will make it right for you.
Well, Jason,
It's just nice to know because like I've gotten a few orders.
come on, dude.
That seem all right.
Why you gotta be
Yeah.
like that? Why you gotta be like that?
One time, I'm almost certain this chick banged half my cheesecake out from the Cheesecake Factory because I buy it all the time, the same thing, right? So I know what size of slice you get. You can
Mhm.
feel the weight from the Cheesecake Factory. You can feel it, And so when I'm getting a cheesecake and it's like this big of a piece, I'm kind of like going, "What the fuck?" You
Oh,
know?
see, that's one where I would have put a complaint in a DoorDash for that dasher. That's crap.
Yeah, that definitely you could tell somebody cut that fucker in half, man.
Your dasher should not touch your food ever.
I buy it all the time. It's one thing I'm addicted to is white chocolate cheesecake. I buy one slice. It's like $9.
Jeez.
You know? So I make sure, and it weighs like, oh, I'm serious. When they hand that to you, that one piece, you can feel the weight, man.
Yeah, I've had cheesecake there. You get a good sized
Hey,
slice.
come
Yeah,
on.
and I know I've bought like
What do you want?
a
Yeah,
lot. It's for the
yeah.
better. And I know something wasn't right, man. And I looked at it and it was like half of a slice. I was like, what the fuck? You know?
See, that's where rating your dasher helps, because then you don't even have to like do anything other than just say, you just hit the button that says, something was wrong with my order, and then you can discuss it with DoorDash and how they want to handle it.
You know what it made me feel like, to be honest? This is fucking hilarious when you look at it from this point of view.
Okay, hey, I'm off. I'm jumping off. I got something else to do.
See ya.
See you guys later.
Yeah, I felt like I was fucking had bought an eighth of weed and somebody pinched a nug out of it.
Right?
That's exactly what it felt like. Like I said, hey man, can you pick me up an eighth and drop it by for me, man? And they get it and it's really cron and they pinch a nug out. And it's, that's
Yeah.
kind of what it felt like,
Yeah.
I kind of laughed, because, yeah,
Hi, Kiwi Bear.
What's up, Kiwi?
fuck you, news and chew. I hope Buzzville ain't mad at me or nothing. I didn't want to get him in no trouble. I just wanted to tell him that freaking what that guy was doing, man.
No, I don't think he's mad at you. He appreciated it.
The guy's a dick. Pat's fan, not Buzzville.
Yeah.
I mean, Buzzville's kind of a jerk off once in a while, but he's okay, man. I like Buzzville. He don't mean no harm. But Pat's fan is just a fucking lunatic. That guy's a flat fucking lunatic.
Yep.
You had to see the comments that he left on the guy's page, his own comment. He's like, yeah, I'm going to send the guy $200 a month and freaking to the guy that shot Neo and send him $25 a month to keep him happy and stuff. I mean, how shitbag is that, dude?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the comments he left under his real name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. On his own page, dude. Yeah, so my trustee saw that shit and he goes, well, yeah, he called the cops. I didn't want him to call no cops. I ain't that way, but he's like, you gotta do it.
Well, I mean,
sometimes it's necessary.
Well, he told me if I didn't do it, he was going to do it. So
Yeah.
he takes it seriously. So I'm like,
No, definitely.
But I love you guys, and I'll tell you the truth. I never called that fucker. I don't know him. I don't know his number. I don't know why the fuck he's singling me out for any of this. I swear to God, I am telling you the truth. I did not fuck with this man. Yeah.
Well, you got better things to do with your time than fuck with other people.
Dude, I don't have enough time to fuck with myself.
Exactly. That's exactly it right there. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nope.
I'm a 61-year-old man. I'm not a child. You know,
But
like
it-
goes, when we were a child, we did childish things, but when we were a man, we were, man. That's kind of where I'm grown past that shit.
Yep.
I don't do that shit, man. I don't know why he thinks I did. I don't. I didn't call the fuck.
Hello, little man.
I'll take a lie detector test. I didn't call him. I'd be happy to take a lie detector test because I know I asked the fucker. I did not call him. And anybody that knows that I have called them, like Bugsy or anybody, can tell you that
It's
my
the
number,
Blue Show.
my number isn't blocked, so it shows up. Now, unless he's got my phone number, he's full of shit.
Yep.
I ain't
It's
got
the
no
Blue
other
Show.
Mhm.
What do you want to say? What do you want to say?
Taz fan's a fucking loser.
Wow, I can't believe the bird said that so well.
Loser. I love your shirt, man. That's so funny. I haven't seen a Snoopy shirt in years.
It says, dance like nobody's watching.
I'm sorry, guys. If I put on a shirt right now, I'd turn into a fucking train.
Right? Oh, yeah.
My house is so hot. I got windows are all open, everything is fans are blowing, but it's still a million degrees in here.
Yeah. I gotta say, this house, this new house is like, well, new. We've had it for a year. But this is the first time since I was in high school that I've had central air. And I am so grateful for that.
Here's something, Mom, and this guy prior made a video trying to say that I told him once that I fucking grew in a basement with 26 lights. You know what's really fucking hilarious? In my whole life, I've never lived in a house that had a basement. I never have.
That's funny.
And the only thing I've ever owned, 26 of anything, is like 26 or more grams of weed or rosin or coke in the past, And, that 26 of that, I've owned that. The 26 lights, I don't think I've owned 26 light bulbs in my lifetime. I'm serious. I've never lived in a house with a basement. Never did. I wish I did, but I never did.
Well,
I know. I think it would be cooler in a basement here. I could go down in there and enjoy the summertime.
Yeah, 54 degrees at 18 inches below or something like that. Constant.
Yeah.
Yep. My parents' basement is a constant, and I want to say it's 54 or 55 degrees. It stays that way all year round. So even like in the winter, when it's 30 below outside, 55 in the basement without heat.
Yeah, well, my parents' house next door had one of those like fruit cellars, like it was a small, tiny little shit bag basement under the house. It's still there, I think. But you can tell by the way they made basements, and by where you see the foundation level start, usually is about 18 to 24 inches below the freeze line. And then they really start the foundation down into your basements.
Yep.
Yeah, your room temperature will stay a constant, like 50, 54 degrees or something like that. It could be 20 below outside.
Yep.
You know, and it might only get into the 40s, you know, down in the basement.
Yep.
That's definitely the place to grow. If you live in Arizona, underground would be the place to grow.
Yep.
It's so hard to dig here because our clay layer is
Yeah.
like baked solid. It's baked solid. It's called caliche, and it's basically bedrock at the surface.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Can they blast through it or something?
Yeah, they could. And you can even dig through it slowly and wear the teeth off on your bucket and shit, you know. But
Or you could pre-soak the
me and
ground
my,
and then,
well, the water will run on top of that.
oh, it will cool up above it.
It's
Yeah.
literally turned into concrete, dude.
Okay. That's what they do out here because they got those clay layers out here, and then sometimes it's like clay, or if they reconstitute with water, it gets kind of like Play-Doh, sort of, you know,
Yep.
mold. You know, like
Well,
molding.
yeah, yeah. You can dig down 2 feet where I lived in Arkansas, and you're into red clay. The
Yep.
red clay mud, yeah. You can take that straight out of the ground, bake it
Yeah.
into jars and shit.
The old Japanese lady that used to own this house, she had a nice kiln in the back, but the people that had the house before me, they ended up fucking it up, and there's only half of it left right there. But it was a neat outside wood, this kiln for making pottery, but it was powered by wood, you know, it's really cool.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
There's still a chunk of it
Yeah,
left.
that's what we call a little blast furnace, yeah.
Yeah. She was a Hiroshima survivor, the lady that.
It's a
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's cool.
she died in this very room.
Wow.
Yeah, she wanted to adopt me when I was young. I don't know. She absolutely loved me growing up. That's why I had this house. I was almost married to her daughter.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Her daughter owned the house before I got it.
You're saying that about her, that she died in the room you were in?
Yeah,
I
she died.
delivered to the place that I used to work, which was somebody's house, and I was best friends with the lady, and she died out in the driveway chipping ice. She had a heart attack and died, and so I delivered there, and
yes,
the guy
Kiwi.
came out and took the food, and I said, it's kind of crazy. I used to work in this house, and I was friends with people that live here, and we started talking, and then I commented that she had died in the driveway, and he's like, I didn't need to know that, and he walked in the house.
Oh, wow.
Get you, Sappy. Get you, Sappy. Get you.
Yeah, that's the bird with the biggest name, Kiwi. His name is Sapphirilius maximus, or sapphire, or little tiny blue bird. I call him baby chicken sometimes.
He's a baby chicken. He's a baby chicken.
He knows I'm talking to him when I say that.
Je t'aime beaucoup,
The blue
les chats.
gets jealous.
Yes, I know.
Hi, Neo.
It's moving its head.
That is like the most awesomest cat. I love your cat.
He's a good boy.
It's the one that makes the little Tweety songs.
No.
Blue only makes the big loud squawks.
He's a boy.
He's moving his head. He's bobbing a little bit even. Just, see, there's the head change. Changed it back by looking at him.
Yeah, I'm worried about him when I go in the hospital because like my neighbor's gonna have to come over and let him in and out, and he won't let nobody touch him. I
Yeah.
mean, try to pick this cat up, you're gonna get shipped to the hospital, man.
Right.
He's gonna fuck your ass up. I can do this with him because
Yeah.
I've been some people.
He goes everywhere.
Yeah.
He's not
your
trapped
cat,
in his cage until it's bedtime.
your cat has absolute trust in you, but he doesn't like anybody else.
No, he won't let the mailman come within a few feet of me, man. It's funnier than shit, you know. Because they like, oh, kitty, and no, not that nice kitty. Me, pet kitty. And then he swells up like a puffball and starts growling, and they're like going, oh shit. He does, man. They think it's funny. They love it. They think it's totally wild that he's that protective. And he's outside when I'm rolling in my chair. He's like a service dog. He stays right next to my chair, no matter where I roll. And if I
Wow.
get far ahead of him, he'll start meowing like, "What the fuck, dude?
Wow.
Wait up!" You
Right
don't run up and catch up. You know.
on.
He doesn't like cigarettes and he doesn't like weed. I don't get him high or nothing. I don't do that. You know.
Yeah.
So when I go to light a bong, most of the time he'll blaze. See,
Yeah.
like he knows I'm gonna get high, so he's gonna get.
I'm out of here.
Computer. He knows he's not supposed to be on the Alienware.
He's so handsome. I love his markings.
Yeah, he's half.
All
banged.
my animals like the ganja.
Well, I never exposed him to it, you know, because he's got wild traits, and I didn't want to fuck him up, you know.
Yeah. My dog Rosie, 2 days ago, I was in here smoking, and usually she turns away from it, and this time she got kind of curious, and I had just exhaled, and she happened to be right there and got a nose full. He sneezed a couple times, and then she came back. She wanted more.
Yes. Dogs, I'm telling you, dogs love it. Both of ours do.
We had two Boston Terriers actually, and
watch as soon as I blaze, 9 out of 10, he's gonna blaze. He's out of here. He doesn't like. He don't like.
Yeah, we had two Boston Terriers at one time, and both of them would come up and like paw at me and ask me for it. So especially with baby, he didn't want it until he was older.
Look at it. He's bummed. You didn't see him. He's bummed. He's like, fucker.
Got you lit up.
Yeah. He doesn't. I don't expose it to him, so I don't want him to be like that. You know.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want to get him fixed, is because I want to keep him like his wild trait and stuff. But he's getting in too many fights. He's hurting my neighbor's animals, and I gotta get him fixed. He fucked up my neighbor's cat really bad. Like bad. Like he had to take him to the vet. He had big old fucking bang holes all in the side of him.
Oh jeez.
Because Neo's got a big bite radius because of his.
Yeah.
If you guys see him in the reel, he's not like he looks on the screen. He's much bigger in real life.
Well, I can tell just by because I used to have an 18
Fucking
pound.
head's that big around.
I used to have an 18-pound ragdoll, and he would come up and headbutt me, and his head was almost the size of mine.
Yeah,
And
he's not.
that's
I'm
the
gonna
way
run and grab
Neo's
some ice, guys.
Neo looks like that. He looks like he's bigger than that actually.
He's right now because the summer weight's on. He's about 18 pounds. He gets up around 22 in the wintertime.
Okay, so he's the size of what Angel was.
That's a big cat. It's like 33 inches long.
Yep.
Super long. He stands about almost 2 feet.
Yep.
This camera does not do him any justice, man. In real life, he's much bigger than he looks. I can barely pick him up sometimes when he's got his winter weight on because he's so heavy and awkward.
Yep.
Now, you know you're not supposed to be on that. You dick. He climbed right on my chair. He's not supposed to be on it. He knows that. Because the cushion, if he pops it, like $750.
Yeah. Yeah, I bought one of those for a friend of mine out in Seattle, so I got to experience the joy of spending way too much money on something you need.
Sam. He's been that way since he's been a kid. When I first got him, the very first thing he did is he jumped up on the chair and he laid down in it. Yeah, he did. Very first thing. They let him roll around on the floor. He came in the room and he jumped up on the chair and he laid down and he went to sleep.
Wow.
Very first thing he did. He wasn't in my house 10 minutes.
Well, that tells you he was in the right place right away.
Yeah, he knew it.
He knew it.
Yeah, he gets run over a lot. You know, Mama, he does. He gets run over a lot.
No, I imagine. Cats aren't always the best about where they leave their tails and things like that.
Okay, they're talking me into it. Let's see. We got to carry 277 yards. We got a 1 mile an hour wind going right to left. So we want to spike and bait a little bit right there. Oh, beautiful drive. That was actually sucked. It was 240.
I'm having a great crush. Right.
Oh, that's good. I like Great Crush.
Mm. And pistachios.
Oh! Sorry. Oh. This is a putt.
Neo's trying to turn the ball with pure willpower.
This is putt for birdie, 19 feet. Boy, that's almost straight in.
Oh, that's a long putt.
Oh, just rolled right
letting
back.
you putt down a valley.
Parted. I'm 4 under par. So I'm currently in the lead with 4 under par in the tournament. You hear that in the background? They're saying, man, Neo's #1. Yeah, I birdied the first hole, eagled the second hole, birdied the third hole, and parred the fourth hole. It's pretty freaking cool, too. It's pretty realistic if you get to check it out. It's free this whole weekend on Steam, Bugsy.
Right on.
So, I don't know if you've got the room on your hard drive, but it's a pretty killer game.
Right on.
But it's really pretty. They got like when you got the headphones
I own a couple
on it.
now that are really big.
you're really playing it for real, like when you're
Oh, cool.
because like it got announcers in the background that are talking about your shot, and
Oh,
like
wow.
like it's on ESPN Sports Center. So
That'd be cool.
you get in the mindset, you can really get in the flow.
Yeah.
I got to do that, Bugsy. I got to find my ice cube
Go
tray.
land and get you one.
Cubes.
We got one of the built-in maker ones.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you wouldn't be able to keep up with it if you didn't here in Arizona.
Oh,
Yeah. Even here, I mean, we've been in the 90s up until today. We've been in the 90s for 2 weeks, and for us, that's freaking hot. So my ice maker's been
Yeah.
working overtime. I've been making slushies three, four times a day,
Yeah. Yep.
and my slushies are big.
Go to Macayo's and get a big old frozen margarita. I remember going to Baskin Robbins when I was a kid and getting the pistachio ice cream.
Me
I haven't
too.
found that ice cream in a long time.
Neo, you like my unicorn, Neo?
Oh, that's cute.
Hang on,
Hey, check out this chip shot. Watch this, man. Chip from 50 yards out. Look at that. In the cup.
Yeah.
You see that?
God, Neo.
In the cup. Right on, man. My guy just shit himself.
Your guy just shit himself.
Neo, did you see what's underneath the tail?
There.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I remember when you showed me that. That's fucking
Oh, okay.
That's
I wasn't sure if you'd seen that.
I love that pipe.
You can make me unbig now.
Oh. I was spacing out eating pistachios.
The crowd went crazy. It was great.
Pistachio.
I'm currently
There
in
once was this little Mexican man. He lived in a Texas town. You know, because Texas is part of Mexico in the story. This back before, what was it called? The Alamo happened. A lot of people in Texas would hate on me for that slip of saying, what you call it.
I've actually been there, man, to the Alamo.
His name was Pistachio. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of a more modern version of out here. There's a Casa Grande ruins that were native ruins. They're big adobe native ruins.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of that. Built in the same style. Adobe.
It's
Crazy
how that stuff can last for centuries like that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, that's totally wild.
And it's funny because people look back at that, the natives and all that kind of stuff and how they, constructed their houses, and they don't realize how much science went into them figuring out how to make bricks that stayed for a really long time. They were pretty
Yeah.
smart. So
Wow, my chocolate is, look at that, it's almost like freaking rubber. It's just soft, you know what I mean?
Why'd you drop the
Yeah.
nut?
I mean, I've eaten almost all of it, though. I'm a growing boy. I have a gifted metabolism. I can eat a lot of food and that ain't no way.
Yeah, some of us have a
Mm.
retarded metabolism. That's what I would call what I have. It might even be beyond retarded. It might be completely shut down.
I found a tabletop on mine. I get to the one certain weight, and no matter what kind of junk I shove in my gut, I level off at that one weight and just stay there. I don't keep gaining. I'm kind of
I
lucky in that way.
I've been up as high as 310, and I've no 330, I think it was. And like now, of course it's summertime, so I hardly eat because like that's the last thing I want to do. And so I'll slowly lose, you know, half a pound to a pound a week all summer long
Mm-hmm.
and get down to like 160, 165. And then winter comes and I put it all back on. But this last winter I did good. I was like 30 pounds over my summer weight, and then I've been losing it. So
You
you
look
know,
great.
Right
You
on.
look.
oh, thank you.
I always thought you were pretty.
No, I appreciate that.
Mm.
I wasn't flirting
And
or
I'm
nothing. I was always
I'm a
raised
slob,
that way.
and mine has to be a gifted metabolism as well. Even to be chunky like I am, I don't ever get over 220 pounds. It's like I never go over that.
Hmm.
Don't yell at me, but the most I've ever weighed is 150.
Jesus Christ. I think that was my right leg in high school.
For a few years, I was what they called a tweaker. That was about my weight then.
Jeez. I can't imagine you at 150 pounds. Holy crap.
Well, I have a
Wasn't
hypermetabolism.
pretty.
Since I've been a little kid, um, I had to eat virtually around the clock.
I've got another buddy that's like that. He's like constantly eating or preparing food, or it's like just like a constant thing all day long.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't eat a lot at one time. What I do is nibble.
Yep.
To keep,
That's the way he is. Yep.
I've been
I
that
call
way
it
since
grazing.
Yep.
Well, I burn calories off as fast as I take them in. So I have to constantly keep hitting the fire.
Yep.
Otherwise, it's like I run out of gas.
Yep.
I will literally become really slow and
Yep.
kind of sick, So I have
Does
to constantly do it.
does your body burn sugar really fast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd burn it all, man. I could eat 10 of these things, man, and fucking not even.
But see,
Yeah,
I look at one little square of that thing, and I got 10 pounds on my ass.
yeah. I've eaten 3 of these already now.
Jeez.
Because it just keeps me. So I don't. I love to cook, but I hate to cook.
Yeah.
You know, cooking for myself isn't easy
Yeah.
because you try to cooking for one person is hard to do, man.
Yep.
I mean, if you want to go out and buy TV dinners and microwave everything, sure you can do that. But I like making my food fresh,
Yep.
so I don't. It's hard for me to make small amounts.
Yep. I get that. Even for two people, it's hard to just, you know, there's always a shit ton of leftovers no matter what I do.
I can't find shit.
Why?
This guy that got me to hook up with him on his team,
Tell me what you need, dude.
but I can't find my headphones. There we are. Because he wants me to play golf with him, but I've been hanging out with you guys. I like hanging out with Bugsy. I come to see Bugsy whenever he goes live, usually.
That was a little tiny piece of a pistachio.
Oh, you got pistachios, huh?
Well,
This man.
my paw got a big giant bag. We buy them by the great big bag so that we can share them, and not run out.
Yep.
But you have to actually crack these open.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's half the fun anyway.
Yeah, but Neil likes to pour them into his mouth. His metabolism chews them up.
Oh no, I was fucking. Yeah, I was freaking. Hang on a second. I'll be right back. Yeah, man, I could fucking eat a ton of those fucking things, man. I love pistachios. They're my man. They're one of my favorite nuts, man.
Yep.
I like cashews too.
Do you remember the pistachio pudding? Like the Jello brand pistachio pudding?
Mm-hmm.
Love that stuff. Mm.
I like pistachio icing.
Yep. That's good stuff.
Yeah. The Baskin Robbins when I was a kid, yes. I remember going and being in there. Oh, no. What do you say, Blue? You talking too much. You need to tell me what you want instead of squawking at me. God. Okay, you can talk softly. That's allowed.
Ah.
I don't know about
My,
all that, Motor.
my husband's awake.
Yay!
He's got his days and nights turned around, so he sleeps all day and is awake all night. So
Mine is sometimes. Mine actually moves around because I stay up too long because my
Yep.
back hurts.
Mom,
They
I'm
let me
gonna
sleep.
bounce for a little bit. If you guys are live, I'll come back in a little bit. I'm gonna do this thing. I love you guys a lot.
It's good to see you, Neil.
Have a good one, Neil.
And I am sorry, you know, about all this shit, man, right? I love you guys, Mother
No worries, man.
I love you a lot. You're a nice lady. I visit your streams a lot. So
Yep. It's always good to see
Hey,
you.
Blue.
I never disrespect you
Blue.
guys. You know that.
No,
Blue.
you're a good guy. We definitely like you.
I love you, man. I'll see you guys in a little while. All right.
See ya.
Cheers, Mama. Cheers, Bugsy.
Cheers.
Later, Neil.
Oh
I
wow.
hope Neil gets his eye done and gets better.
Yep. Yeah.
Neil's
I
fan
hope
was
it works.
blowing loud.
Yeah. All of a sudden it's quiet. It's like, oh wow.
Yeah, that's Neil's fan. I mean, I keep mine running too, but I can't complain too much, but I tried to filter mine out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, is Mr. Redneck awake then?
Yep. Yeah. He was just asking how
Yeah,
my visit with my dad went. So.
right on. Did you go to see him for Father's Day, or did you
Yep.
just like
Yeah.
cool?
Yeah. He lives an hour away, so I can't afford to go up there all the time,
Right.
but um
T-
like
special
today,
occasions.
special
Yeah,
occasion, I went up there. So
yeah, yeah. I moved back in with my mom and pa because my mom was dying of cancer and
oh
they needed,
yeah,
and now it's just me and my dad here. So
yeah,
I haven't, I can't bring myself to think of leaving him here by himself anytime
yeah,
soon.
yeah. I understand that.
Yeah, because of that, I've pretty much given up on any kind of dating life. So it's like Jesus Christ. I don't go to the bar and I don't go to church. I don't know where I'm going to find a gal.
No bar, no church. Well, you go to the grocery store.
Yeah, that's for sure. Maybe at the dispensary.
There you go.
Find me one that works at the dispensary, brings it home with her at night. Well, I've gotten to know some of the community that is like a part of the community, our community on the cannabis community,
Yeah.
but also my community here that I didn't know, small world connection type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
The whole thing about like the COVID lockdown and all that, the whole time, it's like that's what brought me to the cannabis community online anyway,
All right
because I
on.
couldn't. I couldn't go have a session with my friends because it
Yep.
was locked down or whatever.
Yep.
Mm. I surprised myself. The three plants that were all purple pennywise,
Hmm.
they all came out tasting different.
Oh, that's funny.
Uh,
That's funny.
I must. I mean, I don't. I grew them in the same soil, and I don't think I fed any of them anything different.
Yeah.
When they started budding, I fed them. I have a little extra food feed boost I feed, which is
Hmm.
just concentrated kelp juice. Like a kelp tea or whatever that I dilute down way down,
Oh, yeah.
and that's the only thing additive I feed, other than the fact that the soil is half horseshit. You know,
Yeah. That's a good way to do it.
I got a couple plants right now that are ready to be fed with some kelp. I think I was trying to transplant one and I couldn't. It was in one of them goddamn. It was in like a 2-gallon uh, fabric pot,
Hmm.
and I couldn't get the fucking fabric pot to come off that motherfucker for the life of me. I fucking
Scissors.
snapped the thing and all kinds of shit.
Scissors. Cut it off. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, but it's going to grow into a bush now because it took the top coal off. You
Oh,
know,
yep.
I snapped, I snapped that motherfucker.
um,
Oh, cheers. Oh,
what is your channel name? Why do I not know this? Bugsy's Evil
mine?
Deeds, right? Yeah.
That's not the one I'm broadcasting on.
Oh.
That's that's Bugsy Malone. Bugsy's Evil Deeds is the one where I show all the animals and my
Okay.
family
Okay.
and the
Okay.
trails and stuff. And
Okay.
Bugsy Malone is the one where I smoke and show off my garden.
Yeah.
So I sort of just keep the weeds separate. Is all that
Yep.
is.
Oh. You've you've been in my chats. You've also been in my husband's chats, right?
Yeah, yeah, all the
Okay.
time. Usually as Bugsy's evil deeds. Is how I usually chat as Bugsy's evil deeds
Yeah.
because that's how most people recognize me in the chat.
Yeah.
But my pot channel is Bugsy Malone, and I do use that sometimes.
Yeah.
Like if I add a comment right here, like that,
Oh.
that's
Yep.
that's on. But that's also the one with the little purple thing.
Uh huh.
That's my channel on Twitch. I'm
So you're
broadcasting
broadcasting to both.
on
Okay.
on both. Yeah, we're on the cannabis community just chatting on Twitch right now.
Oh, right on.
There's a section called just chatting and a sub community in that called cannabis.
Oh, right on. Um. Okay. Hold on. Um. I gotta go find the link so I can send it to my husband.
I can repost it.
Well, I gotta send it to him, like, on his phone, and then he'll... Oh, there it is. Never remember how to do that. Copy. Yeah, I'll send it to him in Hangouts, and then he'll get it.
Woo! Wow.
Good one, huh?
Mm-hmm. I'm
There we go.
enjoying the smoke. This smoke that I grew.
Right
I
on.
really am. Yeah.
I've got some, well, what's left of wedding cake. That's what's in here. Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
The,
earn some money tomorrow so I can go get some more.
the only stuff I got from the store is literally the same stuff that I grew. It's purple
Oh,
Pennywise.
cheese.
No, I buy it specifically for back pain. There's a
Yeah,
reason I grew it, and there's a reason I buy it. You
yeah.
know,
Well, they all have different things they do, and yeah, if you found one that's good for your pain, then yeah, keep at it.
that's it. Yeah. Of course I like to go buy me a sativa to have different flavors and
Yeah.
stuff like that, because my sativa is a photo period, and it's that great big son of a bitch out back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If I were, I got some weird shit going on my computer. No, I don't.
I've got some weird shit going on. Oh no, never mind.
It's all in my head.
You know, I think I need to clean this. It's getting really hard to. It's getting really hard to draw through. Actually, I need to go get pipe cleaners so then I can clean it. I ran out of pipe cleaners, and like that was a month ago, and I haven't cleaned anything since.
Yeah.
So I have like really dirty stuff to smoke out of right now.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, see, that's
Well,
that's the joy of the rolling a doobie is it's always a clean one.
yeah, that's true. I also have a very interesting problem. This is the hold on, get out of there. Okay, this, oh, that's cool.
Here, I'll pop me up there right quick. Now,
Right
what was
on.
you gonna show?
Oh,
What was you gonna
so
show?
this is one of these you know, pipes like
Uh
that.
huh.
My problem is this little end bit right there stops. Hold on, let me turn around. Oh god, this is backwards. Bloody hell. It stops right here. There's like a little thing that, keeps it from, shooting down the
Right.
pipe or whatever. The
Right.
problem is it got clogged up and I cannot get it out of there. I literally cannot. I don't have anything small enough to go in there. And I'm just like, I
Torch and
probably,
blow.
I thought about that, and I'll probably try it. Well,
If you can't get something else, yeah. About a
well,
sewing needle, sewing
um,
needle and alcohol.
yeah, that might do it. That might do it. That might, but yeah, I've got a torch. I could torch it and try to get it to go through. Yeah,
But be careful because you don't want
I don't want to superheat the glass.
to. Right. Yeah, motor. Here, let me get back out of this. Oh, you're still on the big screen.
Hi.
Yeah, motor. This is what I use when I use a pipe, and it has absolutely no screen, and it's fucking plugged.
Jeez.
It's fucking plugged.
Gotta find my torch.
The whole thing is goo. Ha- I'm just too lazy. I just keep. I like it. They've started selling these $3 glass pipes at the dispensary. So like
Mhm.
every time I go there, I can get a brand new clean one. I don't even have to worry about cleaning a pipe. I got a pile of resonated pipes.
And then
Fucking
you find
crazy.
some. Then you find some desperate stoner to sell those to for like $5 a pipe because they can clean the resin out and smoke it.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I live far enough down dirt roads. I can come home on a route where I can smoke half the trip home. I can start smoking halfway home. It's a little
Yeah.
longer of a route, but it goes out into the desert. I'm not on anybody's property. I'm on a state trust land, which I pay a fee yearly to be a photographer who license is licenses the right to be out on it.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, I pay annually to go out and take pictures on the state trust land.
Nice.
So they got no reason to bug me. You know,
Yep.
I can be in the desert and joyride and have my all my windows down and have my doobie going. And the only person
Yep.
who might even question me would be a like a game fish warden,
Yep.
a game warden, and they would only. I would literally pick up my camera bag, hold it up, and say, "Yeah, I'm out here shooting today."
Yep.
I've done that with every cop I've met since I started packing a camera around. I'm out here shooting today, holding up my camera bag while I say it. Just because I'm going to be that dickhead to the cop. I'm that dickhead. you know, really is all it is, too. Me just being, see, that's where I'm about trolling.
Mhm.
That's me being a troll. I
Yep.
don't particularly like policemen.
Yeah.
Policemen have a specific job. Sh- sh- Sheriff's deputies, I even have a worse time with because they don't have to be such dickheads to protect empty desert. They're not city police.
Yeah.
And state agents, as long as a state trooper, as long as they're stopping speeders on the state highway, I'm good with them.
Mhm.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Yep.
If I ain't shooting nobody up, the sheriff's deputy shouldn't be coming trolling around me.
Yep.
That's the way I feel about it. They got no business here unless I've shot somebody up or something.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
I hear you there.
Well,
I can't find my torch.
Paul Penzone has been our sheriff for like 6 years now or something. And I still see the effects of Sheriff Joe Arpaio in the way things are run here. Sheriff
Yep.
Joe was a bad man who hustled money through burning taxpayers, and he was also a guy who liked to take his frustration out on people of other races.
Oh, wow.
So that being said, yeah, he was that kind of man. And that was the
Wow.
sheriff of our county where I lived, and for a long time it got bad. He's the one that's
Yeah.
famous for the tent city.
Okay. Yep.
I've spent I have I've spent at least one winter and one summer in those tents myself.
Wow.
They were nothing nice, I can tell you that. And that's just jail. That you're unsentenced jailed.
Yep.
That's not fair. That's like against human rights.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
rights are still there until you're found guilty.
Yep.
I mean, if we're to believe the founding documents, your rights are
Right.
still there until you're found guilty. You know,
Yep.
he's my bird. You want some? Come on. I'll share. You know I will. Come on over. The little one likes it more than the big one.
Uh,
It's funny. The little one will sit right up on the top of the shelf, and something about when I turn my fan on so that it oscillates, it gets a swirl that makes the smoke go whoosh right up the shelf. And he'll sit right at the top of the shelf. Are you jealous of me having a conversation with someone else? Jealous bird? He's bad jealous. Come here. Come here. He don't want to be up in the smoke right now. He don't like direct smoke. He likes the room to be hot box,
yep.
but he don't want to see the smoke coming at him.
Yeah.
Kind of the way my aunt used to be. My aunt used to be that way. She would like to come in and sit in the room while you're hotboxing the room, but she would never agree to smoke with you. You
That's
know,
funny.
that was my mom's sister.
Want some
See,
of
and
this?
a my mom was a stickler hard against pot for many many years. She didn't know. She just didn't know.
Yep.
And then she got cancer, and that's when she discovered pot.
Ah.
Too bad tragedy brings you to the,
Right.
you know. Of course, she wouldn't have been able to be a smoker and work for the job she did and be the kind of
Yeah.
woman she was if she had been smoking all along. You know, she worked for one of the automobile manufacturers as a shipping clerk in one of their test facilities out here. Their summer hot test facility. She was their shipping clerk there for years, and she was a UAW union worker, and
Hmm.
so she was up in the. She wouldn't have had all that had she been smoking pot here,
Yep.
where it was a felony just to be caught with a dirty pipe, which is what I ended up with.
Oh, wow.
A push bike? A fucking push bike. Jesus fucking Christ.
Hey, Magical
Hey,
Garden, what's the
let's.
link?
Hi,
Magical Garden.
Magical. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm gonna pop it right in. I think I have it ready to go. That's not it. Let me clear that out and go over here and get the
Dragon.
link first. Have to go get the link first. It wasn't the link. I don't know what link was to. That would make me nervous to post it when I don't know what it's to. Hey man, why didn't that go to what you call it? There it did. Just didn't show it. Yet. Oh. Yeah, I got a little bit to trim right back there in that box behind me. Still.
Hey, Mama.
A little
Hey,
bit of bud
Bugsy.
to
How you doing?
trim. How's it going, Magical?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Just finished smoking a bat.
Right on.
Good.
Right on, right on.
Hey, I'll be right back. My husband needs me for a second, so I shall return.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Yeah. Still coughing over it. Oh boy, sorry.
Oh.
So you still puffing on your homegrown?
Oh yeah.
Is it good?
I got a bit of it left. Yeah.
Yeah, really good, eh? Good. Good
It's
sativa,
quite
eh?
good, yes.
Picks you up high?
No, this one's indica. This one's indica. And it is
Oh, okay.
it does make you high.
Yeah, eh?
This is the purple Pennywise.
Is it the is it kind of like couch lock you get?
I think you could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put you to sleep if you smoke about 2 joints?
And not me, but it
No,
could, I
you
suppose.
could. Yeah. I prefer sativa personally over indica, but that's just me, right? Or even a good hybrid is
Well,
good.
this is the hybrid with the high THC. Well, I mean the high CBD along with
Where'd you grab the seeds from?
THC from a dispensary.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were saying, yeah. And they're the panty wise ones? Panty droppers,
The
huh?
Pennywise. No, they're purple Pennywise. Pennywise like the clown in It, that Stephen King movie.
Huh. Yeah, man, I'm still into sex in my I've never done breaks before, right? Because I never had the space. And
Right.
I'm sexing them now. And they've been in 5 I flipped them for 5 days and they haven't grown any balls. Should I wait any longer or what?
I don't. As far as I know, growing outdoors, in my experience, the males always show sex before the females. So if they're not showing male, they're either all females or you don't know yet.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now, right?
Right. That's in my experience.
So you think I should let him go for like another 5 days and see?
Well, I mean,
I was thinking about doing that, right?
are you trying to sex them and then put them back into veg? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, see, every plant I plant out here in the desert, it shows its sex right away as a little bitty plant. If it can hermy when it gets bigger, but if it's a boy, it shows it quite young, about
Yeah,
this
this
tall.
is mine's
If it's a
about
girl, it starts showing it little bitty.
12 inches tall.
It should definitely be showing sex.
Yeah, you would think, right? So let it go
Yeah,
for a little while longer, and I'll see. Because I should start seeing some bud formation, or start seeing some balls, one or the other, right?
right.
Well, we'll let her go a little
Definitely.
while longer and see what happens.
Now, if you go, I get it too far into budding, re-vegging might take a bit longer than it normally
Yeah,
would for you.
yeah. I know that. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll let her go for another few days and see what happens. If they don't show any balls, I'll just take them out as females. I can't see any
Yeah.
kind of flower.
I need to find an avian vet.
That shouldn't be too hard in your neck of the woods,
I don't know. I went to the nearest PetSmart,
right?
and they said their vets, none of them are avian
Okay.
vets, which I understand. Birds are a special case, you know. All their
Oh,
vets
yeah.
are about dogs and cats and
There's not too much
snakes.
other than fixing the leg, fixing a wing, or fixing the beak or an eye. There's not really too much you can really do with them other than change their diet, right? That I know of. Like you can't
Right.
operate. I don't think you can open them up and take the eggs
No,
from them.
no. That's not what I'm. He's a male anyway, and he has something going on with like his cheek,
Oh yeah?
like a, a growth, like a wart in his cheek or something. And I want to get him looked at. That's all.
Huh. That's unusual.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm worried about it a little bit.
What's the life expectancy of them, Bugsy?
50 years or more,
If
50
is that
plus.
right?
Yeah.
Wow. How
The
old was he
little
when you
bitty one I have no idea. He flew up one day and has been here ever since. He
huh.
flew up out of the desert like dying of thirst. We gave him water and he's been here ever since.
Cool.
He didn't have one of them little he didn't have one of them little things on his leg, the little bracelet on his
Eggs?
leg. He
Yeah.
didn't
Little
have one of those, so it's like you can do a vet.
oh, that's
You
weird,
can't
eh?
you can't take him to a vet and have him tracked unless they have that number.
Right. But I wonder why he didn't have a number. How can you explain that?
Well, probably because he was. I can explain that because people's pets have baby birds all the time, and
Yeah.
they they are bought and sold without that number. They don't get that number until they've gone to a vet
Yeah, but how do they
and
get
are
released?
registered to that number. They get out or they get dumped in the desert or whatever. He either got dumped in the desert near my house or he got loose from
I can
someone's
see
house, wandered around the desert getting thirsty as fuck, saw our house with all the green trees, landed here, got some water, and stayed.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's the explanations I have for. But
Hmm.
I'm scared of that exactly, Motor. It could be a cancerous growth. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was
I want to
thinking.
go get it checked out.
Yeah, I was thinking along that same sort of line, unfortunately. But an avian veterinarian ought to be able to tell that without a problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
As soon as she sees it, she should be able to tell you exactly what that is, just because that's the only way they can tell, by looking at it, right?
Yeah. As far, I don't know. Fuck, I don't know what they do. I just need them. I need to feel reassured about it, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Or do what needs to
I
be
don't-
done if what needs to be done needs to be done. You know what?
I don't think you can be
If
too
that-
invasive with them, eh? Like you can't be too invasive with them. You know what I mean? That you can't do too much with them, right? That's the problem. You can cut it
Yeah,
off.
but it's like
You can
something
cut it
right
off.
here. It's
You
like
wouldn't
something
feel
right here
comfortable
on her
cutting it
mouth.
off? You wouldn't feel comfortable cutting it off yourself?
Fuck no.
No,
He's a fucking. He doesn't have that. There's going to have to be to get that off of him. There's
Put him
going to
straight.
have to be some sort of sedation happening.
Yeah.
Whether
You're right.
it's me, whether it's me having to hold him wrapped up in a towel with just his beak sticking out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Motor.
Is it on the
I don't know what
outside,
they
you
do,
say?
but-
On the outside of his beak?
Well, when he closes his beak, it's hidden. It's like on his cheek,
On the inside, then?
kind of right there on the edge.
Okay.
He licks it. He licks it a lot, and I think he might be accidentally biting it. And I think that might be irritating it.
Yeah. Maybe that's why he's going off all the time.
Some, but he doesn't do it. He doesn't go off more than a bird normally does. That ain't any more than normal.
Yeah, because when I had my Senegal parrot, it really wasn't that noisy. Eh? It climbed around a lot, right?
Well, he likes to climb around too.
Yeah.
Oh, I know people who have birds that are fucking crazy, fucking loud, talking crazy.
Oh, but it's cool though, ain't it? When you see somebody with a bird and it's like the bird's really happy, you know what I mean? Because it shows.
Yeah.
It shows, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Good health and everything, eh? Comes together. Yeah, I used to have caimans as well, eh?
Caimans.
Yeah, I had to get rid of it. It was getting
Right
too
on.
damn big, eh? Well, really, it was getting about 4 foot in length, eh?
Wow.
Yeah. I just didn't feel like having to struggle with it all the time. Because they're like wild no matter how you treat them, right? They only have just one sense to them. You can't domesticate a caiman, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You might be comfortable around them, but you don't domesticate them, I don't think. So is the old man happy, Mama?
Oh yeah, I just had to go fix him some leftovers from my parents.
Oh,
So,
good.
no, he's happy.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than getting in the way of a belly. That's the one there, Bugsy?
Yeah.
You know how when you're looking for something, can't find it, and then you do something like go to a garage sale and there it is. I did that a couple times last week, and one of the things I got, this is kind of crazy, but socks. This is the first pair of socks I have ever owned that actually properly fit me because they're
Oh, really?
small. They're not like little kids small. They're just adult small, and like so they fit my little small feet.
Oh, you bought a pair of socks. I thought you bought one sock.
No, no, I actually bought like 8 pairs of socks because they were all the same size,
Yeah.
and I paid 25 cents a pair for them, and
Wow.
they look like they've never been worn. So
Wow, that's cheap.
yeah, I did pretty good on that one.
25 cents a pair. That's pretty damn cheap, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's why I love garage sales
Yeah.
or
I used to go
garbage
to them all the
sales.
time. I used to go to them all the time up here in Canada. Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially on the weekend there. You go to some of the expensive neighborhoods and something like that. And it's kind of interesting what you see being thrown away.
oh yeah.
But that's where we used to go. We always used to go to like the rich areas
Yep.
and look around there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
It's amazing what you can find. I mean, there's some little gems, you know what I mean? Little treasures.
Yep. What I think is kind of funny is like you go to like the rich part of town for a garage sale, and they're selling their stuff for 25 cents, a dollar, or 50 cents, and then you go to the poor side of town, and they're actually
$4.
they're trying to make money off their stuff, so they've got
Yes.
like a pair of socks for a dollar, you know.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. But you can understand that, right?
Yep.
Because it all depends on how much, like we go to church every Sunday, right?
Yep.
And when we have a garage sale at our church, I take things and I sell things very cheaply. Like I give it away because I don't want to bring it back home.
Exactly.
Right? Because what am I going to do with it? It's
Yep.
be getting rid of, right?
Yep.
So if I can make it 50 cents, 75 cents, or $1,
Yeah.
so let it be, right?
Yep. Bugsy, did you see Ken's comment? Read that connection?
Right on, redneck.
That's my husband. So redneck connection.
Yeah, I know that. I know that. I come by both your streams all the time.
Yep.
I bullshit with dreams there.
Yep.
Sometimes I'll just put YouTube on the television and I'll just let it just lurk in the background, sort of thing.
Yep.
Because you can't, I don't think you can carry a conversation on with your television. I don't think it's fast enough, you know. But you can display it. But you can display it. You know what I mean? It's different, right? Yeah.
You can always have the chat up like on your phone or something, and then if you want to comment, you can.
Yeah. If you go off your phone, sure you can. Yeah.
Yep.
Have you seen John at all? Was he on today, Bugsy?
I haven't seen John on today, no.
No.
John's Arcades, Cards, and More?
Yeah.
No, I have not. Excuse me. It's my partner in crime. We sail the 7 seas. Yo ho ho.
A peg leg and you'd be laughing.
That's our flag. There's our flag right there.
Bloody hell.
Indeed, matey.
All right, where'd you go?
Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum.
All right.
10 men on a dead man's chest. Yo ho ho, holy ho.
And a bottle of rum.
Then one gone.
You know, whoever came up with the idea of putting a flashlight on a phone was freaking ingenious.
Were they really? I agree with you.
I mean, I can't tell you how often I use my flashlight on my phone. It's just crazy.
My wife uses it all the time. I don't use it very much, but it's nice that it's there, though, isn't it?
Yep. What
It's
the
good when
fuck?
you're inspecting stuff because it's a nice, bright little spot.
Okay, I am like so confused right now. I have a bud that keeps jumping out of my bowl. Literally, this is the third
It doesn't
time.
want to get burned.
No, I don't think
Static
it does.
electricity.
I don't know.
Watch out, it might be a hair. Watch out, you might have a hair keeping it out.
Well, I know that happened. Now I can't even find it. It just ran away. What the fuck? Wow, it's just gone now. I'm gonna find it stuck to my sock at 3 in the morning or something.
Yeah. Likely.
Wow. All right, I'll take the one out of there. Put it in there. There we go. Okay, we're good. There we
He
go.
probably would sit on the neck of my guitar if I let him. But he's an abusive little son of a bitch. He'll claw the shit out of stuff.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about having birds flying around in the house, and that's they shit everywhere, eh? That's the only
Yeah.
problem I have. But I like to see that, eh? If it's somebody else's place, I just love to see that
Right?
because I think it looks so cool. But at the same time, eh, they can really, I mean, if you got yourself a big parrot, they can really take a big dump, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just goes right through them. And that's the problem. It just goes right through them.
I had a friend that had one of those big white cockatiels, and this bird was potty trained. If he had to go, he flew over into his cage and got down in the bottom of the cage, did his business, and then went on, with his day. But
Yeah.
he was potty trained. I don't know how they did it, but
Yeah, yeah.
What kind?
one of those big white cockatiels.
Or is it a cockatoo?
What's the big one?
That's a
Is it a
cockatoo.
Okay, that's the one I'm talking about.
Like Beretta had?
Yeah,
Yeah.
one. Yeah, they're nice. If they're tame, if they're wild though, like if they don't like you, like my buddy, he had a cockatoo and he did not like guys, didn't like males at all. If you're a female, it would take right up to you. If you were a guy, it would just go crazy around you, eh?
Wow.
And that's just the type of bird that it was, and there's nothing you could do to change it.
Yep.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Some birds just, whether it's trauma that they've had or
Well, you
whatever.
just don't know, right? Because you can't read their mind, right? That's the
Yep.
thing.
Well, I'm pretty certain mine escaped a traumatic situation. He has
Yeah,
to
it's
be
like
the
the desert.
instigator of the love. He doesn't like fingers. I can't rub his stomach. I can't scratch his head. He don't like that kind of love.
Right.
He has to be the instigator of the love. He has to be up on me, tucking into me.
Oh.
You know?
Right.
But at least he does.
Yeah. And he'll let my fingers get close enough to give him shit.
Yeah.
Doesn't take a chunk out over.
Yeah.
Well, it escaped the desert. That was one thing, right?
Yeah. But I don't think that was all it was. I think wherever he came from, he got poked at in ways he didn't like.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
you never know.
Now, my little one, I think it was just flat out ignored wherever it came from because it came the same way.
Really, you just found it in the desert, eh?
No, it flew up into the carport like dying of thirst.
Oh wow.
We gave it water and a cage, and it put it next to Blue. Left the cage closed for a week or so. Opened his cage, let him come out, and he's been here with Blue ever since.
Right on.
Don't be
The
mistaken,
little
though.
break.
If they do get outside, they'll be gone,
Oh yeah,
right? Yeah.
I don't think Blue would leave. I don't think Blue would. The little one, I do.
Well, if you clipped
I
its
bet Blue,
wing, it would probably start crawling more, right?
it would, but I'm not going
Yeah.
to clip any bird's wing. I'm all about them flying around my head and landing on me. That's what I want
Yeah.
from them.
Yeah. That is cool to see a bird do that. That's for sure. Yeah. If a bird can't fly, it can't be too happy, I don't think, eh?
No.
My daughter found a baby sparrow out on the ground outside. You know, on the ground. It was completely devoid of feathers at the time. She took
Oh
it
wow.
and hand fed it. It's fully feathered now. She can throw it in the air and it'll fly around her room and come and land on her.
Oh cool.
She's going to have a sparrow as a familiar. The
Yep.
problem is, I told her, you're setting yourself up for heartache because that bird's going to live a year or two and croak. You
Yep.
know, but then again, I don't know what sparrows live in captivity.
I don't
Parrots
think
don't live 100 years in the wild.
I think
No.
they probably
They
live
live
longer.
100. They live longer in captivity.
You think so? Yeah.
Alexa,
Yep.
In
how long
captivity,
does a
right. I agree
sparrow
with that.
live in captivity?
Here's something I found on the web. According to reference.com, according to Starling Talk, the average life expectancy of a sparrow in captivity is 12 to 14 years, although the longest recorded lifespan is 23
Wow.
years.
There you go.
Wow.
That's not bad. How long do they live in the wild?
Alexa, how long do sparrows live in the wild?
Here's something I found on the web. According to
Alexa, stop.
Quora.com, sparrows live for about 4 to 5 years in the wild.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anytime, Susan. Hope you've had a good weekend.
She's so polite to me.
Yeah.
I think that's a more like a national average because I don't think they're expected to live that long here in the desert. I think
No,
they have
probably
harsh
not.
lives here.
Especially up here in the north, I would think as well with the winters and that, eh?
I don't know.
This bud has jumped out of my bowl 4 times now.
5 times the term.
Good Lord. I need to just smoke it and put it out of its misery.
7
Yeah.
come 11. Grapety grape.
That's a good idea, Kiwi Bear.
I need to recycle
Build-
some of my roaches.
So, Mama, you growing anything out in the backyard yourself or no?
Nothing illegal.
Well,
I didn't-
is it illegal where you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now it is.
I've already made plans on that, Kiwi. My
As of-
window here, this side of it slides that way, and I've thought about making it bolt up at the 4 corners of the window. The whole wall is block. It could handle pretty good much any what I want to do here, but putting like a wrought iron and then bird cage. Use wrought iron like the frame, and then bird cage metal on the rest of it.
Yep.
Yeah, there's this Asian guy I watched on TikTok or on YouTube stories or something like that. But it was this Asian guy, and he had these sparrows that lived in his house with him, and he had like three of them that would like sit in his hands. He could go like this, fling, fling, fling. Sparrows would sing around and come back and land on him.
Yeah. Well, over in places like Vietnam, where they have in the tourist areas, they have where they have birds, and you get to release a bird in that, right? And it's supposed to mean a good sign of whatever. And you let the birds go, and they end up flying back to where they came from and they go walk into the cage themselves.
Yep.
And they just go around and around and around, and that's what these birds do.
Yep.
And tourists, and they're in the tourist capitals because it's supposed to mean good luck and good health and all this and that, right? To release, right?
Yep.
So yeah, it's a big
They're,
scam.
they're recycling the luck is what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah. But my neighbor, she just bought some finches, and I saw them. They had a big cage, like the size of a parrot cage.
Uh-huh.
But the holes were like smaller, but it was a huge cage, eh? And I thought, well, that's great. The birds are gonna love that, right? You know, because I've always thought the bigger the cage, the better myself, right?
I agree, yeah.
Whereas Bugsy their bird's cage is pretty well the entire room, right? Do they fly around the house?
Until sometimes, but not often.
Right.
The little one doesn't. The little one doesn't like to. The parakeet.
Okay.
The one that's always sitting on the top shelf up there.
Okay. That's his place, eh?
Yeah, right at Darth Vader's feet there.
That's funny.
That's Darth Vader with Spider-Man in back of him, a couple of stormtroopers in between them. Now, if I put that fan over there, that fan right there,
yeah.
if I put it on oscillate, it'll make all my smoke go whoosh right up that shelf, and that bird just sits there and basks in it.
Notice that, eh?
Yeah.
Right on.
That's funny, 351.
Getting high. Getting high on the exchange, man.
I think so.
Well, I think maybe in the wild they would probably eat plants, wouldn't they, like this if they saw them? Because I know marijuana plants in the wild, it's hard, like deers like them and rabbits like them, you know what I mean? And a lot of animals, they go to them sort of plants, right? And they're hard to keep the animals away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so.
Like, would you have to protect any of your plants from the wild, Bugsy, or no?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, rabbits and other larger, like the peccary type animals, like javelinas and stuff like that. Javelinas can get tall enough to reach the plants I have growing now. So, I mean, but all I do is put them in raised gardens as best I can. And,
yeah, you can only do what you can do. That's it.
Yeah. Like I said, I hired a cat. That's my barn cat, Vader, that black cat that lives out in my greenhouse.
Mm-hmm.
He brings me birds in exchange for his cat food.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And the only place I want him, I mean, I don't want him to hunt the yard clean, obviously, but the motherfucker's eating my peppers.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I am speaking of peppers. I am so excited I have a green pepper growing in one of my plants that is literally like that big. I mean, it is.
Oh my God!
And
Yes.
it is solid green, and so it's still growing. And oh my God, that's gonna be so good.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I've got my well, I used cow manure compost to plant all my plants in to just see if it made a difference, right? Holy shit. Everything is going nuts. Everything is like way bigger than I've ever grown any plants. I mean, they grow visibly every day. They just,
Yep.
I am like freaking out. I've got a banana pepper that's like this long right now, and it's still growing.
Yeah.
So I'm quite excited about this because
Yeah.
I'm kind of doing this to practice what I need to do for like growing other things, you know. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have much
And
of
it
a
is
plot for
relatable.
growing things, Mama, or no?
what's up?
Do you have much of a plot for growing?
Well, I'm just growing everything in pots. I don't plant in the ground usually. To me,
Okay.
it's just easier to deal with. Like
Yeah.
if we have hail, I can bring everything up onto the porch.
Yeah, I hear it.
You know, all that kind of stuff. So,
Well, what
yeah.
part of the States are you living in?
I'm sorry, what?
What part of the United States are you living in?
Oh, I am in South Dakota. I'm in western South Dakota.
South Dakota. So, North and South Dakota, right?
Correct.
Which one is more boring, North or South?
I think North Dakota is more boring. I grew up there, and there's nothing to do. It's flat. It's ugly. It's the
Really?
only time they
I
get
bet the
hills
kids
is
all drink out in the desert.
well, we don't have a desert here unless we have a
Well,
drought. No,
that's
they all
but
go out to the lake to drink.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but no, we have beautiful scenery here in South Dakota. We have the Black Hills. We have Mount Rushmore. We have Crazy Horse. We have
Well, Mount Rushmore too, eh? Okay, cool.
yep. And there's just all sorts of you can go to Wall. You can go to the Badlands. There's just a ton of stuff to do here. Good Lord, I got the hiccups. Ugh.
So you're south. Are you by the Gulf?
No. They're up by you. The North Dakota's by you guys south border.
Yeah, North Dakota is on the Canadian border. It's south of Winnipeg. Okay.
Okay.
So that's North Dakota is south of Winnipeg.
Okay.
And then just below North Dakota is South Dakota.
Right. Okay. Which is the biggest state?
They're almost identical. I think they're off like in square footage by like 1,000 feet or something. They're almost identical.
Huh. I have a cousin that lives in Boise. I believe it's Idaho, is it? Boise.
Mhm.
It's in the Air Force. She's actually married my cousin, and they live out in Boise there. He's an aircraft mechanic at the Air Force Base.
So he's out at Mountain Home then?
I would imagine, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. My birth mom used to live in Boise, and we would sit out on her back deck at night, and we could see the planes taking off and landing at Mountain Home Air Base. So we used to sit and watch that for a couple hours every night. It was cool.
I take it that's the Air Force Base, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know the name of the Air Force Base that he works at, but that must be the one. Because he had
I'm underneath.
He had to do
I'm underneath the proving grounds for Luke Air Force Base.
Oh yeah. Oh, wow. He had to do the golden showers because he liked to drink. So they could come up to him anytime and make him pee in a bottle. and literally lose his career with the army. You know what I mean? With the Air
Yep.
Force, right? Yeah. Because I guess they had a lot of problems with people doing drugs and drinking back at one time.
Oh, yeah, I imagine.
Pilots, specifically.
And I guess mechanics
They were-
too, eh?
Well, I mean, yeah, flight line people.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what
you keep
what
them-
that movie's about. What's it called? The one with the Mission Impossible guy?
Tom
Top
Cruise.
Gun.
Yours.
Yeah,
Top Gun.
Top Gun. That's what that shit's all about, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Flight line dudes thinking they're the shit.
Yep. Well, hey, I gotta get off here. 6 o'clock comes early
All right,
in the
Mama.
morning. So,
Okay, man.
Yep,
night,
yep.
everybody.
Good
Thanks for
night.
having me. Thanks
Good
for having me.
night.
Yep.
Good night.
See ya.
Later. Have a good one, Mama Redneck.
Some of the people that keep people in check, eh?
Yeah. Oh. I gotta go out in the water still.
Yeah.
What time is it? Yeah.
Okay, man. I'll let you go.
Yeah. All right, Magical. Thanks for coming up.
Yep, no problem. We'll catch you later, eh?
Later.
Yep.
We at 4 hours of broadcast time. We at 7 o'clock p.m. local time, Arizona and California and Oregon and Washington. I don't know which way Nevada swings. All right. Everybody, keep exploring and stay safe. Bugsy out.
I find your lack of cannabis disturbing.